welcome back to the Guild Troll. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Spelljammer.
Space.
Hashtag trolls in space. Use the hashtag trolls in space for all the Twitters we're not on.
They have it on
and
Instagrams.
all the Instagrams that we do not use to promote our stream in any meaningful capacity.
Who's got the
You're
time?
also not trolls, so it's also inaccurate.
I am.
Technically.
You know what, Tim? Shut up.
Unless the Academy is an annex of the Gilded Troll that we don't know about.
Wait, isn't Zogram a founding member?
Yes, he's the
so
Chief
yeah.
Financial Officer.
Yeah!
I was expecting a troll in the dungeon joke while we were at Spelljammer Academy.
I feel like that's too on point.
It is. It's fine.
But yeah, this is episode 12. I think I called it A Recipe for Hope. It's a nice cheesy title. Last time you went to the weird asteroid around Capri, which is the water planet you're orbiting, which seemed to have elven ships like melded into a spherical asteroid. You found the bodies of elves, dwarves, mind flayers, and intellect devourers, buried in ice in the walls and on stairs. Blah, blah, blah. Didn't explore too much. Made your way straight down to the cargo hold, which is the access into the rest of the asteroid. Had to break a wall. Was attacked by a bunch of shadowy ghosts, potentially of the deceased crew aboard the ship. Made your way into the stone. There was more ice in here. There was a statue of an elf and a dwarf shaking hands. There were some dragon eggs. And then there was a sign that said, I think, did I say it said Project Icefire? Did I say that? Yeah, Project Icefire was on the wall. In Elvish and Dwarvish, and you were going to break through that wall to get to the pig eggs, or just the space swine and the giant space hamsters you were sent to rescue. And you were interrupted by Aquilea, the ancient lunar dragon. You had a heated conversation with threats and revelations, and then made a promise to help her fight the fatal disease that she has called Astral. Henry having a recipe card for her cure, which is herb 33 alpha, and you need to go and get 3 items in order to make that cure for her. She has given you a month to do so. And then you departed. And that's kind of where we left off.
And I didn't get to steal her eggs.
Yeah, you didn't get to steal her eggs. But you did find the geodes, the no stones.
Oh,
You
yeah.
found the 3 books that disintegrated largely.
Whoops.
No, thank you. Thank you, Steph. That was a gift for me.
Anything for you.
Thanks, please. But yeah, that's kind of where we left off. I think Flapjack came and picked you up. You had to refresh your air envelope. And a minor, yet also kind of major retcon for me. When you reboard the ship and you enter into a large asteroid that has a fresh air pocket, a sort of sourceless, mostly genderless, but with a slight feminine edge to it voice just echoes around the ship that says, "Air envelope refreshed."
Is that whom I think it is?
Who do you think it is?
Flapjack?
No.
Fuck.
Flapjack can't talk.
Even he looks confusedly around, at the voice.
Interesting.
I don't know what to make of this.
If I could lift my arms, I'd be more confused.
I'll lift your arms for you, but it's a struggle.
Why can't you lift your arms?
What's your
Because
strength?
we're
6?
Trained.
4.
4.
Oh, yeah. I had forgotten about that.
Me too.
Yeah, some of you are lacking in strength at the moment.
Uh-huh.
It was a
Interesting.
struggle getting up out of the asteroid.
It's the one weakness you all share, so it's apart from Hideg. Like, it's kind of nice, like, you'll have, like, -8 strength. I was like, cool, I can target that.
Y'all need to work out.
We have -8 strength. Not 8 strength. Not a
Alright.
-1 modifier.
8
minus
times
-8.
-1. Shut your face hole.
I have a strength -4.
Alright, so what the fuck was the voice?
I have no fucking clue. Why does our ship sound like that? Who made our
Computer.
ship? The gnomes thought it came from Gond?
Computer, is there a spare beryllium sphere on board?
There is no spare beryllium sphere.
I have one job on this lousy ship.
I'm sorry, Hideg, but I can't let you.
It is now my headcanon that the voice is Sigourney Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, sure,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Do you think you could get her to record a few lines?
Oh my fucking god. We
I
can't-
could try buying a cameo, maybe.
Yeah, see if she's on Cameo.
Just send her a script and say, just read these lines and I can turn them into audio files.
Oh my god.
I don't think I've seen her on it.
Don't think she's.
I browse it infrequently.
Yeah.
I can maybe find a Sigourney Weaver impersonator.
Almost as good.
I mean, you wouldn't necessarily know the difference. I could sample Avatar, maybe. If I can get some clips out of that.
Damn it. Sigourney Weaver's not on Cameo.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, she's
Yeah, no, she's a little.
She's a
above
little too important.
it. A little above it.
Oh my god, Brian Cox is on Cameo?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Flapjack can't top.
I
You
mean,
can't
I
talk.
didn't know if there was Tim said retcon.
Yeah.
I was hoping.
Yeah, it was just the fact that I think we'd already kind of moved on from you doing the air envelope. So I was saying is, as you did that, that was the retcon a voice just said.
And that was a big retcon?
It was a minor retcon in terms of what happened was small, but its meaning may be huge. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't like that. I understood what you meant.
Where has this ship AI been the whole time we've been flying it? I don't know.
Thank you, disembodied voice.
Are you my twin sister?
Zoom cut out the first part of his laugh, and I'm really upset. What else can you do?
No response.
God damn it.
That is like one of my favorite things to say as a DM. When people are just like yelling at disembodied voices. I hate it. I don't like how it feels.
My, how the turntables.
It's like when people are like, we knock on the door, and I'm like, okay, well, no one is standing immediately next to the door, so you have to wait like 15 to 30 seconds for them to arrive. So, like, yeah, there's no response, but you know what I mean? You have to, like,
Yeah.
nothing happens. Yeah, no, there's no response to any of your queries to this voice.
Detect thoughts. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I
Is that what
tried
you
anyway.
want to do?
Yeah, fuck it. Wait, do I
Okay.
still...
You
Wait,
haven't
do I
used
have that?
this week?
Oh, shit,
I
hold
think.
on.
I think you did.
I think I did. Fuck. Fuck shit ass tits.
Hey, that's my line.
Is it?
Yes.
Did I? Oh, I did. God fuck. Alright. Well,
God fuck.
Screw me.
So, are we going back to Brawl to try and figure out where we can get these things? Just out of character, is that the plan now? Because, like, our side quest turned into a separate side quest, which is 3 side quests.
Do any of us have any idea about any of the components?
I think we rolled and the answer was no.
Fuck.
Research must be done.
So we have to go back to Brawl?
Aren't we wanted criminals there?
We killed some
Only by the Zorexian.
baddies.
Yeah, we might or might not be criminals.
I mean, we have to go back there at some point anyway. So, like, we were planning on returning the pigs there. So, what's the, you know, say no different.
How much time is it back to Brawl?
Probably about midday right now. And I think it'll probably take you about 4 hours to get back, so it'll be late after.
Alright. That's not that bad. Alright, zoom.
Okay.
And then we'll
Zoom.
we'll gauge the climate once we're there, and if we feel like we have to get the fuck out immediately, we will.
Then we're gonna park in our private parking, right?
Oh, right. Oh, we do have a reserved spot now. Fancy.
no
Or
docking
private
fees.
bay. Yeah, you can do that. So it takes about 4 hours. And you can dip into your private spot, and you are now underground underneath Elvendar's. Once again.
Over those 4 hours, I try to get the computer to talk again. The voice.
I'm trying to think. So I suppose like when you went in, you probably had to like be in the asteroid field, but when you leave, you probably just went straight out dogleg because you didn't need to be in it anymore. So it doesn't say anything else for now.
For now.
And I just get angrier and angrier with every non-response. Do I have any rages left? No.
A calming mist comes out of the panel and just puts you to sleep.
Ooh, do me next.
Oh, I do have a rage left. Okay.
You can't be put to sleep that way. Helen.
Oh, it's magical. That's unfortunate.
I think I'm also immune to magical sleep.
I have the best
Yeah.
nap ever.
So I was having to figure something. There's a massive plot hole in this story, which we'll probably get to. But there's a character who like is an elf, and it's like they've been in this situation for 30 days, and it's like they've been unconscious for 30 days basically, and it's like, well, they wake up after 1d4 hours. They're an elf, so they're immune to magical sleep. How have they been unconscious this long? Like, if it's drugs, like the withdrawal, like the
Coma.
efficacy, whatever it is, the efficacy. How do you say the word?
What?
Like how effective the drug is. Efficacy?
Efficacy.
Efficacy, yep.
Efficacy. Yeah. So like, I was just like, this is dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
Hey man, maybe their captors have a really skilled anesthesiologist.
Sure.
That'd be dope.
Anyway, but yes, I was like frustrated at the elven sleep thing last night as I was trying to figure some shit out.
So we park.
I'm just gonna go lay down for the 4 hours. Just can't. Standing upright is painful.
Yeah, it's like evening, right? So
You arrive about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
oh, well, I don't know if there's anything I want to do today.
We have to go look at.
I'm doing fine, but I'm pretty sure you guys are a little fucked.
Yeah.
We need to do research. I don't know where though.
Where's the brawl map? Let's see where there might be. Is there like a big old library somewhere?
There he is, yeah. The Library of the Spheres.
Dope.
Which is next to the arena on the south.
Oh, hey, it's actually not too far.
That is not
Too
far
far at
from
all.
Oh, dope.
You also know the dudes at Xeno Termination, Flinch. I don't know the information there.
Because he was so helpful before.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't mean to be, but.
Yeah, there are places you could go.
Let's start at the library. It's close anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the library.
Less people to see us on the way there.
If we were really paranoid, I could lunar eclipse on the way there. But only if we're really paranoid.
I mean, it's 4 p.m. We don't have far to walk. I think we're okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
I don't have a particular like librarian or role-playing scenario involved. There's a library. What do you want to find out? How do you want to find out stuff? What's your kind of plan for?
Where are the things and what are the things? And are there any dangers associated with extracting them or the surrounding area?
Yeah, I think the first question is, what the fuck is a bozo plant? Because we apparently don't know that.
It's got makeup and big round nose.
Got it. Like, we know what a Kendoja is, we know what Yggdrasti are, but
Mhm.
we don't know what the bozo plant is.
Sure.
So, I think that's the first question.
So I know there's like research as a downtime activity.
Yup.
Do you guys want to take downtime and do your long rest and do that properly and like get 3 pieces of lore, or do you want to just like do it bit by bit? I don't mind like shortening the research and do like we'll do a day and something 5 gold, but you're only gonna get simple. I don't. How do you want to do it for you guys in terms of managing your meta resources?
Probably a long.
I think we need to spend time. When you say 3 pieces of lore, you mean like we each roll to try to get
like you
info?
do with normal research downtime,
which
you
is
spend the gold and...
investigation.
Yeah, +1 for every additional 50 gold you spend.
I'm good at investigating.
Cool.
I'm in, but I'm not proficient.
Some might say I'm an expert at it.
Oh, and you just got more expert at everything you're expert at.
And I just got more expert at everything I'm expert at.
Is it investigate? It's just int.
I was just...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
None of you int.
Oh, I get half
5e
proficiency.
is the smartest.
I have +3 int.
I would have a +3 to the roll as well because of jack of all trades.
Okay.
Well, who wants to go to the lab area? Or you could both do it and both roll.
Yeah, we could do research
spend
and
less
you
money.
guys could do other shit.
What the fuck are we gonna do?
I don't know. Other downtime things.
Fighting pit.
You could,
Because I
could
don't,
go
like,
to the
I'm-
arena of fun.
No, I want to beat shit up.
Yeah.
Where do I go? Where do I
Arena
go to
of
beat
Arena of
people up?
fun. Sorry, fun.
The arena of fun, yeah.
Wait, really?
So
Is that where
we
people-
might be wanted here.
We might be.
And I mean, okay, I just figured it was
I
worth
mean, there's
pointing
probably
out.
like some
Can we get
like
a-
underground fighting pit that like.
Can we get
you
a
know?
quick temperature check on whether or not we're wanted? Like maybe
So
spend
in
this evening doing that.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. So general like stuff you can like in general, Rocket Brawl doesn't have like a police system. It has a judicial system. And you might occasionally see like private security guards and like the judges have their own people. There are no official guards patrolling the streets arresting people. It's just not how things are done here. This used to be a pirate cove. A lot of things are done like the honor system or like private justice in that sense. People could beat the shit out of each other. There are the Xerixians.
Right.
Um,
We were wanted by the Xerixians before we murdered a bunch of them
Yeah.
for the crime of continuing to exist.
I would say that if you're kind of like dotting and asking questions and saying that there are probably, you see patrols and probably people asking, like, you might occasionally hear someone like give a description of one of you.
Hmm.
But the widely held feeling on the Rock of Brawl right now is that the Xerixians can fuck off.
Oh, cool.
So people are not like answering questions, they're not helping in any way.
Don't talk to cops.
So you're not
That's
kind of
good,
at
'cause-
risk of being ratted out by the general populace.
Got it.
You just have to avoid like bumping into a literal patrol.
Okay, that's easy
Okay.
enough.
Yeah.
That's good
there
because
does
that's
seem
the
to be
widely held feeling we have too.
Yeah,
The
there's
Xerxes can
this
fuck off.
a growing feeling of discontent about the way they're swinging their dicks around.
Cool.
This is in her favor. Okay.
Okay.
So you should be good unless you deliberately put yourself in the path of someone. Just stay away from the Elven district. There's probably even at one point, like, if you're walking down the street, it looks like some Xerixians are trying to like pull someone out of their house, and the crowd actually get together and pelt them with rocks and like refuse and stuff until they run. Like, it's not like a full-out riot, but like there's a resistance to the kind of authoritarian like approach that the Xerixians are taking in Brawl.
Dope.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So you and Quelin are gonna find stuff out.
We're gonna do research.
Okay.
How much do we want to spend on that?
What are you doing?
I have.
I mean, you have +3. We don't need too much
I
other than
have
location.
2,000 gold.
If we
You
don't,
have how much?
2,000.
we sold the chair.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You could have gotten.
Something
more.
I
do we
have-
need to buy anything?
You mean can go shopping?
There are shops. There is Query's Magic Shop. And there is probably a black powder merchant in Giff Town. Yeah, and they have like
That would-
grenades and ammo and stuff as well.
Grenades, you
We
say?
do like I need to pick up some grenades. That's a
Ooh.
thing we mentioned last session.
Yeah, grenades would be great because as
That's
we were
AoE.
mentioning, we suck at AoE.
That's AoE.
Yeah, I want to buy some grenades. I also can make. I have 2 things to make.
Yeah,
grenades.
do craft.
Yeah,
Do
you
the
haven't
craft.
had a dearth of long rests.
Yeah.
Okay, so Henry's crafting. Callan and I are researching. I think Hideg is going shopping. Because that's your
Oh, don't
jam.
let me.
You're
It
the
is my jam.
mercantile.
All right, but you guys have to like help. Like, what you want?
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Henry just there's a litany of when the Terminator walks into the gun shop, and it's just like I need a overcharged
Yeah.
plasma, with laser scopes. It's that.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go first in terms of what we cover?
I say information boys,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
the smart team.
Okay.
So if
which
we
one
can
of you is
manage-
going first, and what are you researching?
If we can manage to get a 21 or higher, we get 3 lures. But I only have a +3 right now, so that's pretty unlikely.
Mm.
So if we
Same.
spend some money, we can make it more likely.
I only need 3 lures.
You tell me how much you need, and I'll take it out of the bank.
So it is 50 gold just to do the research.
Yeah.
I'd like to spend an additional 150 to get a +3.
Wait, I thought you already. What? Oh, you have a plus.
I have a +3. It's 50 gold per plus.
Sure.
So
You want?
So-
Sorry, I thought you meant a cumulative +3, and I was like,
Oh, no, another +3.
babe, you had that.
There's something weird about the research text I was looking at.
Oh?
So it says like resources, typically a character needs access to a library or a sage. Fine. But underneath that, it says, in addition, a character who has access to a particularly well-stocked library or noble sage gains advantage on the check.
Yeah?
But like, what library like isn't well-stocked? What like if you're going to a sage for information, like you go to the. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's sort of handling the, oh, did you go to the sage in Phandalin? Or did you go to the repository of scrolls in fucking Waterdeep?
Sure. Okay, cool.
You should make the roll though, because you have luck.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're both
for-
gonna. do
Oh, you're
it.
both going.
Yeah.
Okay.
For these for these recipes, this is a non-advantage roll. They don't specialize
Yeah, I
in
figured.
herbalism and creature paths
Alright.
and stuff.
Oh, someone might actually. Would one of the tea folk maybe? Would they know at all? Given that it's a tea recipe.
Mm.
One of the.
That's
tea
an idea.
Masters of tea.
Maybe.
That sounds like
I
carousing.
hadn't considered it.
Well, that's gonna take up too much time. I go with the library.
Or not. Carousing? Yeah, carousing. That's the one where you get contacts.
Yeah.
Um,
We already got contacts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna spend 200 gold,
200. All right.
get an additional +3. I am gonna cheer it because I am not a dummy. And it's gonna be 3 higher than whatever the hell I roll because, actually, you know what? I'll just roll nature, which is +6. So I'm rolling with advantage. Let's fucking go. That's on the wrong thing.
That is on the
That's
right.
not as high as I would have liked.
You have luck.
I do have
So-
luck.
You also have a Quelin though, so like
That's true.
Yeah.
You want to just do 150 for me? That way I'm guaranteed at least one with the +5.
Yeah.
it should be fine.
All right.
Okay,
150.
Let's
seems
well,
right.
let's do 5e ones first.
Sure.
Okay.
So you get 2 pieces of lore. What is it you want to know? What are you asking?
I would like to know what in the fuck, and hopefully this is part of the same lore. Where in the fuck is a bozo plant?
Okay. You are given a book on rare curses. And in that book, there is something called the Curse of the Clown. And the bozo plant is listed as being relevant to that curse in some way. And warns, or like, yeah, it can like says like, you know, don't go near the bozo plant. It can usually be found in areas that would align themselves with like trickery domains. It's like if a god has particular influence on an area that's of the trickery domain,
Okay.
they tend to grow there. But they are these big, probably 10 feet wide flowers. And there's a little diagram that look a bit like they have like clown makeup, like red and white.
Oh my god. Moses. Why were you right? I don't like it.
Because it's called Bozo.
Yeah, it's called Bozo. It's just.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should listen to me. No.
Did you say something?
What?
I
Okay.
get it.
Patrick
Alrighty.
Swiggs elf.
I don't know that I need any more than that about the bozo plant.
Probably not.
Now I need to know if remove curse is a druid spell. Shit.
I was so like because I can I'll let you shift the research from one place to another. Like it's just like total effort. But if you wanted to find out, is there a place that's a particular trickery domain? You could go and find that piece of information somewhere else, and I will cover that in the same piece of research.
Yeah. You said the same piece of research?
Yeah. So you've got two pieces of lore. You've got one.
Oh, got it.
I'm giving
Second
you one.
Got it. Yes.
So if you want to get the second piece of lore, you can shift the point that you got that lore from. So if you want to go to the temple district and say, hey, is there anywhere I can go where it's like, I will let you shift that research.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I would like to do that. I would like to know where more specifically I can find that kind of thing, and then hopefully Quelin can track down the other two.
There's like a Hall of the Gods where people like places where they don't have a big enough influence to have their own temple, but there's a representative of most of the major pantheons. You are pointed towards a very, very wizened female goblin, who tells you that you are in luck, that a piece of a goblin god has fallen from the Astral Sea into realm space. And the god's domain is trickery. And if you were to find something like the bozo plant, that is the best place that you could find.
Okay. And where in realm space has that fallen?
I don't think you get that. But what she does do is pulls out a little like box. I would say it's like Tupperware, but it doesn't have Tupperware, so I don't know quite how it. Whatever you would keep worms in fantasy setting, she brings out a little box and just kind of pushes it towards you with a knowing smile and says, "You'll need this." Just gives you a box of live wriggling earthworms.
Live bait.
I don't need to eat.
Just take if you're going to the leg.
The leg.
The leg. You'll need it.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll take it. Alrighty. I guess that's it for me.
Yeah, that's two pretty big pieces of lore.
5e goes around. I have a jar of worms.
It's a box.
Yeah, I suppose it could be a jar.
I have
with
a box of worms.
Like a wax parchment lid that's got holes like punctured in it to let air in. I suppose it's a jar of worms. That makes sense. I'm trying to think like what? Like a wooden box doesn't make sense. It won't be a cardboard box. Burlap sack seems a bit mean. Just smashing worms.
Glass seems appropriate.
A glass jar of worms. Okay.
A pirate's measuring cup of worms.
Helen, do you want to do yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna shear as well.
Okay.
So we said 150, so I get a +2 to this roll, making it a +5.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll Arcana because that's a +5.
Okay.
Okay,
You get 2.
two pieces of lore. What are you asking about?
Steph
Oh.
spent the money.
Yes.
We know what the Kindosha are, right? Like, so
Space whales.
where can we find them?
I think that is something that the library couldn't tell you, and you would know that.
Okay.
And you probably would go to Flinch and Zemo Termination, and basically the gold you're spending is the bribes to get information out of him.
Okay.
He tells you that you are in luck, and that they are sending a hunting party out to do a meat run in a couple of weeks. If you wish to tag along with them, you can do. He recommends not hunting one on like hunting their own. They travel in pods and they will smash the shit out of your ship. So yeah, he basically invites you to do a meat run on a pod of Kindori. And he will pay you for any of the meat or blubber that you retrieve from a Kindori.
Oh my god, we're gonna have a Moby Dick side quest.
Yeah, you're gonna be well hunting.
Dope.
And he will pay you for anything you recover. It's usable.
Okay, cool. So we have a lead on that. What did we already know about the Yggdrasil? It's things how they come
Children
from.
of Yggdrasil.
A similar question. Where can we find that?
Okay. That would also probably be Flinch. He hasn't had a contract for one of those in years. He's not even sure they still exist anymore. But the most lucrative hunting ground they had for them is the planet of Koliar, which is one of the ones closest to the sun from Toril. And because of the amount that you spent on the research, the tip he gives you is to follow one of the spires sticking up into the sky, and that the first hour's worth of atmosphere on the planet is toxic.
Oh.
Okay.
Fucking big are these spires?
So the first hour of atmosphere is toxic.
Yep.
This planet only sometimes has an atmosphere?
Our kind of it is it's a strange planet. Most of it is in a kind of mist. Like it has a very kind of dense atmosphere. The weird thing is it's denser the higher up it is.
Okay.
And that top layer, yeah, I know the top layer is toxic, but underneath, once you dip below it becomes fine again.
God.
Okay.
But it's a layer that stops people entering and exiting unless they're just to figure out some dates because I didn't expect you to do the 10-day long rest. I'm going to check my dates.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is gonna be close.
Yeah, because you only have a month to get back to the dragon.
You're kind of worried about that now.
What, getting it done in a month?
Yeah. Probably should have asked for more time. But then again, who's gonna argue with an ancient dragon?
That dragon's dying, and they say you have a month, and you're like, well, how about 2 months?
How about 10 days?
I'm gonna say it's the 2nd of May right now. Is that what it is? No, 2nd of June. I think right now.
Okay. All right. So that's all the information, right? You got 2 facts each.
Those 2 pieces of lore, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah.
Alright, so we gotta find the leg of a goblin god. Go on a whaling run, and also go to a weird planet where fog is backwards.
Yep. The
Do we-
closest of those is the fog planet,
Okay.
which is 2 days away from where you are.
Jesus.
That's not bad. Okay.
So you mean we have to do the other two things and then be back in time to do the whaling?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
They
hope.
will meet you in location, so you do not like. If you have a map, they'll put a mark on it to save you having to double back. Just as meet us at this weird asteroid here, and we'll go from there. So you don't have to double back.
Okay.
Okay.
Is xenotermination a hyphenate?
No.
Or is it just one word? Okay. Just curious.
It's on the map.
Yes.
It's on the map.
On the map.
On the map.
Wing, 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 wing.
Okay. Wait. Oh, yeah.
What else is happening?
I was gonna go buy shit, and you were gonna go
Craft.
craft
Yeah,
shit.
I was gonna try to craft something out of hi Samus. Out of the two dodecahedron crackling magic orbs harvested from the Clockwork Horrors.
Sure. Guess let's do that.
Oh, okay.
So it's 100 gold for tinkering. I have
Okay.
Tinker's tools check, but it's whatever you would. I think that's what you're proficient in, right?
Nope, never finished learning it.
Oops.
Oh.
So maybe not.
So maybe you finish learning that as your dad.
I would have to have a teacher.
Fuck.
And you would only get 1 week's worth because you're not at school.
Yeah.
Can Crux teach you while in prison?
No.
Damn it!
And then they let you take Tinker's tools into a prison.
I swear we're
Look,
not
a
gonna break him
small
We're
out.
not
collection,
filing the
yeah.
bars down, I swear.
Here's okay. So there's a couple of explosives, some files, some picks, some small metal shunts.
Acid.
Yeah. Fuse.
Is there anyone in the cartel that Hal knows that could teach him? They're all like criminals and shit.
Are they?
I thought they were legitimate business penguins.
Yeah, I thought they were legitimate
all right, so
mercantile.
I'm under the impression that some of what they do is unsavory for the sake of money,
Okay.
but like mostly legal.
So you could like, I don't like. I'm trying to think. You could probably give these things to someone and ask them to craft it for you. You just get to pay more.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
it's still
the-
cheaper than buying.
And the DC may
Right.
be lower for the final thing because you didn't make it, so it's not your stats
Right.
going into it.
I would say you go shopping first, and
Alright.
we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are we going shopping for?
Yeah, you guys need to give me a list.
I don't know what the fuck exists.
Explosives.
So, like
Okay.
like over the week, like the 10-day. You know, it's not like you're going off for an entire 10-day and we're never going to talk to you. Like you can
Yeah.
find out what's available.
Okay.
Okay.
Let us know.
Explosives.
So like
So
communication
black powder
can-
show up.
See,
There are bombs.
Yeah.
Which why have I got 60 feet 3d6? I guess that I have 60 feet
Sure.
3d6 for a
That's pretty
bomb.
Wait,
100
that's the
gold.
radius or the range?
I think that's the radius.
Okay.
Oh,
I have to double check things because they all seem to say 60
That's
feet on them.
big.
It's not
Yeah.
friendly.
Oh look, why have I got 60 feet on all of these? Oh, no, it's range. That's the range.
It
It's
is
60
range. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
5-foot radius as per the DMG.
So there's bombs, which is 3d6 for 150. There are entire gunpowder kegs, which is 76 for 250. There's a gunpowder horn, which is 3d6. But 35 of those aren't like ranged. You'd have to like light them and blow them up in place like
Right.
you did on the Star Moth. There are dynamite sticks. That's the same as a bomb, so 60 feet 3d6 for 100 gold. There's fragmentation grenades,
Hmm.
which are 5d6 with a spread effect, which are 250. There are smoke grenades, which
a
create cold
spread.
blindness for 15. There's a grenade launcher
Oh.
for 750.
Oh.
On top of this, you can
Mhm.
get +1 ammo, +2 ammo, +3 ammo, and walloping ammo, which is like a prone ammo.
Ammo is expensive for what it does.
It is.
Yeah, how much are we talking for ammo?
I've got 25 gold for a +1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. What is? Tell me more about this grenade launcher.
It's 750 gold, and it basically adds range to. Like, if you want to put a grenade in and launch it, it just adds.
It gives you better
Distance.
range. Yeah.
Hmm.
I feel like I want that and all the fragmentation grenades.
Yeah. Can you explain what you meant by spread effect on the frag
Yeah.
grenade?
Yeah, I'll see if I've got. I just wrote spread, and I'm assuming I've written notes about that somewhere. So a grenade launcher adds 60 feet to it, so you can throw a grenade 60 feet, and you can then launch 120. Grenade launcher.
Absolutely.
Not even a question.
Oh, jeez.
What have I done?
I think you've given us AOE finally.
Yeah. Also, I'm assuming using a grenade launcher is like using a weapon,
I would imagine it has
Yeah,
the loading property.
which I get to ignore because I'm a Giff.
Oh god,
Oh,
that's tasty.
God.
Just like my muscle.
So fragmentation grenade is every creature within 20 feet of the point do a 5 DC 15 dex save against the 5d6 spread of piercing damage.
Yeah, I want. How much are they? 100?
250
So,
a piece.
fragmentation at 250 apiece.
God. Okay.
Those are some expensive 5/8 fireballs.
Why did I not just make an
Hey.
arcane archer and do
Hey,
crafting shit? Yeah.
we can steal the dragon eggs later and sell it.
I mean, you also have other things you can sell.
Right, don't we
Like,
have
it's not
another-
like you're actually short up on money.
Yeah.
I do have a powder
Um,
keg, a keg of black powder that you might be able to sell, unless we want to keep that and use it.
I would say keep
Which I have been
it.
apparently just lugging around on my person this whole time. Which,
I'm assuming it's just on the ship.
well,
I mean,
You're a
it's,
big
it's,
boy.
it's probably
That's
it's
fine.
Yeah, it's
probably
not-
like a
it's
yay
a,
big
it's, a,
keg.
it's a monkey keg, not a.
Yeah.
Yeah, like also like if you don't want the clockwork crystal things to do stuff with them, you can sell this for 150 each.
Mm.
The Iron Stone will sell for 3,000.
I feel like that money is worth way more to us than
Than
the
an
actual
iron.
fucking stone.
The question is, it never gets used.
Yeah, maybe we want to do that. I would love that grenade launcher. I don't know if anybody else wants something. It's very expensive.
I'm all for buying you a big expensive thing that just makes you more effective.
I mean, AoE would be nice.
AoE would be nice.
Now I have 2 attacks, and so if I really need to lay down some boom boom, sometimes you need to lay down the boom boom. Why did I not make an int character with this stuff in mind? I thought about it. God, Moses. Whatever. Mad at myself.
I am curious how much the +2, +3, and walloping ammo cost. Just for the sake of like, oh, you know, maybe we grab some of that. For...
I think it was 25.
25 for +1.
And that's per shot, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I can't. I haven't written specifics down, but I'd have to imagine it has to be right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the magical ammo usually you have to track because it is magical ammo.
Right. Or just make it crazy expensive, and that's how you upgrade your weapon, or I don't know.
I did. Yeah, I think I based most of this off of the same prices, a couple of tweaks here and there.
Oh, I'm not poisoned anymore, am I? I'm assuming we can hit the long rest button.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Alright.
Alright. I mean, I guess I'll put Pass Without Trace in the Iron Stone, just in case we're not selling it. Like, sorry,
I mean, I can-
Lunar Eclipse.
I can do that.
Yeah, I know, but
I can do it too.
I have this lot.
I know, I can do it too.
Price check. Ammo.
Did we want to put something else in there too? What was the other thing?
Healing Word.
I can do that.
So we're not selling it?
I mean, we can load it up just in case we don't.
Yeah.
What was in it before?
Shield.
Right.
I mean, shield's good.
Not really, because you have to have it orbiting you, and
Sure.
that is like the main weakness of an ion stone.
All right, so
And
it's
it can die as well.
Yeah,
Like,
like
it's-
it can be
it's a
broken.
creature and
it's healing word and what?
Pass out trace.
And it's my healing word, so it's +4.
Okay.
I mean, my healing word would also have been +4.
Okay, I just didn't. I assumed. I just wanted to make sure that because it uses the stats of the person that cast it,
All
so I
right.
wanted to specify.
That's updated.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm on board with the grenade launcher.
Yeah.
And like enough grenades to lay down some boom boom.
Bag,
Okay.
bada boom.
If
Do you want to
possible.
also hear what's in the magic shop before you decide on that?
Yeah, I would also love a scroll or 3 of remove curse, knowing about the curse of the bozo. Curse of the clown.
Um,
Sorry.
I'm just gonna like post it into chat because it's a longish list. The
Yeah.
prices on there too.
All right.
That is what's available in Query's magic shop. Query is a living identify spell.
Oh, that's convenient.
Dope.
What is what? What?
Query is a living identify spell.
The person who runs the magic
Right.
shop.
That is
That's dope.
dope. What does that look like?
Well, I was trying to decide, and I think what I was going to go for was actually they're kind of just they're just like a bar of vibrating energy, like
Okay.
a lightning bolt just kind of held suspended
Right.
in air, and they just kind of vibrate with a voice. Yeah, it's kind of what I have in my head. Sometimes they I think they probably have like a mechanical body they can step inside of if they want to go out shopping and stuff. When they're like in their shop, they're just like a vibrating bar of magical energy. They're a bit like Clippy.
Yeah.
I want a breathing bubble.
I think I want Quelin, or sorry, Patrick Swayze elf to have the lyre of building.
Yeah, it's really fucking dope.
Excuse me.
The lyre of building basically means like your ship, like you can just stand on a ship and just constantly heal your ship.
Oh my god.
That's insane.
That's why it's 20,000 gold.
Do any of us wear heavy armor?
No.
I have medium.
Hideg. Right?
No, barbarians can't wear heavy armor.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure that was a Juggernaut thing.
Oh, actually, yeah, I think Juggernaut does let you wear heavy armor.
So why can't I?
Because you would lose speed
It
and
loses your
some
speed.
other things.
Well, no, Juggernaut, I think, turns that off. I think her subclass is like, no, you can wear heavy armor.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, but the fast movement specifically says whilst not wearing heavy armor.
Yeah.
So you lose the 10 feet, which is not a massive deal. You haven't had it till now anyway.
Yeah.
No, Juggernaut is medium armor.
Yeah.
It allows you to add con mod to AC instead of dex mod, which is just
Busted.
full con mod, not dex max 2.
Yeah.
Gross.
No.
Yeah, Lyra of building, basically, when you see an object or structure take damage within 300 feet, you make it immune to that damage.
Dope.
And any further damage of the same typeness at the start of the next turn. So, like, if you're on a ship playing the lyre on top of the ship, like you're in Mad Max, and it gets hit, you're just like, no, fuck you, assholes. And then it also has a bunch of really cool spells on it, too.
Yeah. It sure fucking does.
And I know, like, Callan isn't a bard in that sense, like, you're not a lyre bard, but I thought it was a really cool item to have in a spelljamming sense.
I can be a liar if I need to be.
I would like.
I tried to pick items that are very specific to being spacefaring.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I have an amulet of health, would that affect my wild shapes? 19 con.
Well,
A
the
snake
animal,
can wear a
the animal is
necklace.
attuned to it, yeah, so it still counts.
Because Giant Constrictor Snake, which I get next level, has only 12 con. So
Oh.
that's a...
You're just gonna have to like recalculate.
I'm gonna
every
have
one
to
of your creature's
recalculate-
hit points.
I mean, I've already recalculated every one of their ACs.
Also, by the time we have 8,000 gold, you might have something better. What's the
Yeah.
AC of a T-Rex? Or the HP of a T-Rex.
I can't turn into a T-Rex ever.
Not yet.
No, ever.
You don't think there's going to be a holographic library somewhere?
No.
No, wild shape doesn't get
Wild
that
shape
FCR.
doesn't go that high.
The other one then.
Polymorph?
No. Form. What am I thinking of?
Animal shapes?
Yes.
That's like an 8th level spell.
Oh, God.
What's the con of an elemental then?
I don't know.
I think it depends on the elemental.
My point is, by the time we can afford it.
Air elementals got 14. I imagine earth elementals got like a lot.
20.
Fire elementals 16. Water elemental 18. Yeah. Yeah, fine.
If we come into a lot of money.
Yeah.
It would be plus 24 hit points for the giant constrictor snake, but yeah. Anyway, I was just curious.
I didn't give you specifics, and I now can't find it in my notes, but I think Flinch has said he will pay you 200 gold per ton of Kandori meat. And your ship can hold 10 tons.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay. Is that like the engine capacity? Like if we're over that weight, we can't fly. Okay, because I was gonna say like, can we get a trailer?
The ship is incapable of
Alright.
like sustaining more weight than that, and it just won't move. Just sit there like drifting, doing nothing.
Just
Who's got a portable hull?
Well, you have a bag of holding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it only
that
holds
ha-
500 pounds.
bag of holding has a weight limit. Portable hull does not.
Yeah.
I would love to fill a portable hole on the floor and then just slap it on the ceiling wherever we want to, and then just blubber. Oh my god, you put a circle of human perfection. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, because there's so many diverse races in space, there are some people who would wish to pass for, normal looking. So I deliberately went through and like, if you're in this kind of setting, what would be really useful?
Yeah.
Like, especially if you were like, say, a mind flayer who wanted to trade, but people fucking hate mind flayers. Like, just slap that bad boy on and
Stop flaying mines. It's not that.
And a ring of swimming would let you fly in wild space.
Yeah. And the Scrow Stone is actually an Orc Stone, but Scrow is what Orcs were historically in. So, Scrow Stone.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not opposed to getting a few breathing bubbles for you lung havers.
But Quelin already has something, right?
Yeah, he's got a hood.
His hood that gives him an hour of air.
Yeah.
So once per dawn.
So's the breathing bubble.
So should we grab 2 of those for
Probably.
me and?
Yeah, because you guys being poisoned was oofta.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
really bad.
yeah. Also, eventually I'll be able to. Well, that's much into the future.
What?
I was gonna say eventually I'll be able to ride Chauncey around.
Oh, the
Jeez.
breathing bubbles just so you can
Yeah.
breathe.
No, I was just saying.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
Let's get 2 of those. That's 800.
Do you have a swim speed? No.
So
You don't get a swim speed.
just going off of so we had 2,000 gold, right?
Yeah.
We spent 350 on research,
Yep.
and now we're spending 800 on
Bubbles.
breathing bubbles.
So that takes us to like 800 left of my thing if
Which
we
is
actually
barely
buy
enough
that.
to get a launcher and not any grenades.
Right.
I'm on board selling the Iron
Yeah,
Stone.
Okay.
Do we want to do that now or save that's a lot of portable gold,
So is a grenade launcher and a bunch of grenades.
That's true. That's gold
'cause-
expenditure, however. I'm
Mr. DM, I would like to sell the Iron Stone.
Okay, that's fine. You can remove that from the inventory for 3,000 gold. I'm not going to make that a week's activity.
time for a grenade launcher.
You said that was
Usually take your
3,000?
spell slots back in if
3,000.
you.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm adding that back.
I don't know, it's just
and-
preloaded because I spent it before we long
Yeah,
rest.
they were pre-long rest spell slots. So.
Alright, and then...
You don't
so
get extra for the spell slots.
I'm removing 800 for 2 breathing bubbles, and then how much for the grenade launcher?
750.
750, and
And
then
then how many frag grenades do we want?
I have 3,000
You have 3,000 left.
About, yeah. Before the grenades.
250 for frag grenades.
Okay, so how many do you want?
Yes. I mean, do we want a smoke grenade?
How much are smoke grenades?
50.
50. And it's just a ranged fog cloud.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 20-foot radius. Yep.
Uh,
Moderate wind disperses the smoke. Yeah.
Grenade launcher is not a weapon.
Oh, so you don't ignore the reloading thing? Or what are you implying?
It is as an action a character can throw a grenade.
Yeah, so it doesn't count as an attack. It's an object interaction. It's not a
Yeah.
action, basically.
Got it.
Still
Use
good
magic item.
Still good to have because that means any one of us could use it for AoE.
Yeah.
Especially like Quelin
Yeah, does it require proficiency at all?
does not.
Doesn't seem to, no.
Okay.
It is just adventuring gear.
Okay.
Because you don't really get.
Give it to Flapjack.
I mean,
Honestly.
in general, I would say leave it with you because you're consistently ranged.
Sure. I mean, Quelin is too.
Try to be.
Strap it to Whizpop and then just
Yeah, I
have
was
him like
gonna- yeah, I was
bend
gonna
over.
Well, give it to Chauncey, and Chauncey can use their action to.
That you use your bonus action to command them to use.
How is the dragon going to interact with a grenade?
We'll jerry
It has
rig
a tail.
Yeah.
It can just wrap itself
We'll
around.
just strap it to her torso.
Yeah.
Seems like cheating.
Yeah, grenade launcher's technically in the modern items, but I was like, it sounds fucking dope, why not?
Yeah.
You got bombards, let's go for a fucking grenade launcher.
My only requirement is that when you fire it, it goes. Thump.
Yeah.
I love
Really
that
goes,
noise.
It's such a good.
Like a Catherine wheel.
I say 6 grenades.
That's a lot of grenades.
That's a lot of grenades.
That's a lot of grenades.
Any objections? Like, we have the money. That doesn't seem
No,
to be
that's fine.
much else we want to spend it on.
For now.
For now,
Alright, so how much gold is that?
1,500.
1,500.
So I'm adding 6 fragments.
6 fragmentation grenade.
Alright, now we have 1611 gold
All
left.
right.
And you want to get scrolls?
Yeah, can we get spell scrolls of remove curse?
Yeah.
Oh, do we want a smoke grenade or not?
You know, it's probably not a terrible idea. You know, like 1 or 2 of them.
Let's get 2.
Okay.
Alright, so how much is 2?
Hundo.
Hundo. Okay.
What is remove curse second level?
I believe it's 3rd level.
Okay, so they're 160 for remove curses.
Yikes. Okay. How many of those do we want? How afraid are we of the curse of the clown?
It'd be
I'm-
off.
Moderately afraid of it.
I hate
I had
clowns.
so much fun writing the curse. I did it on the 22nd of September.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So I'm assuming we would be using the homebrew. You can cast any scroll, but if it's not on your spell list, you have to make a check. So it'd be DC 13.
Whatever the regular TTT
Yeah. Okay.
rule is.
So it'd be DC 13 spell casting ability for any of us to cast it.
So how many are we buying?
Let's go with 2.
2, so how much gold?
320.
Okay, we have 2.
Sorry, we spent all the
Add the breathing bubble to your thing if you
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
already.
shit.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you paid for that already.
And I'm adding mine to mine.
Breathing bubble.
Potions? How do we feel about potions?
What sort of perfume?
Just like healing. Standard healing potions. There's a few of those.
I had swapped out. I mean, yeah, probably not a bad idea.
Sure.
Just as a means of getting people back up from.
Yeah. Probably good for the non-casters to have on their persons in case both of us go down. Because I feel like that's happened once or twice.
Yeah, I think so.
Non-casters. With an S?
Do you have cure wounds?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I can cast Detect Thoughts.
Well, it'd be useful, I guess, for Hideg at least to have. I mean, it's useful
also
for
if
anyone
any
to
of
have
us are
potions.
tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to just buy them out? Buy all 4? 2 hundo.
2 hundo. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
What's the distribution on those?
I'm good without them. My first level slots are basically just for good berries and healing words. So
Okay.
So I have 2. He has 2.
Yep.
There.
Oh, okay.
Unless Callan wanted one.
Yeah.
No, I got healing word also. I'm good.
All right.
Okay. Those regular healing potions?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have 991 gold left.
That's less than we started with.
Yep.
No, we can hold on to that for now.
Yeah, that's
Unless
fair.
there's anything else.
Yeah.
There's been like a few places where you've like missed loot. And it's like sad for you.
You
that
put the
just don't
scrolls
have
in
more
the thing,
gold than
right?
you should.
I mean, just put that in our path again. We find it in the...
I mean, there's I don't think there are any places that are not accessible except Toril and the Moon right now. We couldn't go back to, so you know.
Sure, we probably missed stuff on that the asteroid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll just come back in like a month and a half and the dragon will be dead and we'll,
And so will the pigs.
sell her young.
Steph, I would like to give you 9 gold.
Just so I can have 1,000.
Yes.
All right. 9.
Ian, can I have 4 gold?
Sure.
Thanks.
Are you at 420 now?
No, I'm at 69.
I'm a bank now.
How much gold do you have, Ian?
21.
21.
All right. These are all good numbers.
Wait, how much does
How much did Callan
Patrick
have?
sways off?
I have 51.
That's not a fun
It's
number.
not a fun
It's
number.
not a fun number.
Do you want
I
to
go, what's the word when you play music on the street?
Busk.
I would like to busk.
For why?
Okay.
I don't
Roll
know.
performance
So we
checks.
can.
Shouldn't Quelin do that?
Wait, no, I want to try this.
Oh my. Do you really want to? Okay.
Who's got the time? Ooh, no.
So I get a free. I got
like
free
a bongo,
lunch.
and then you just like smash the bongo with your your war pick. Just disintegrates, like,
And there's so
Oh,
much
dang.
rotten food thrown at me that I have a wonderful lunch.
There's one really weird kind of homeless looking dude who's just like, performance art.
I get it. I get it.
Mhm.
I was hoping for like 18 gold.
well,
to
I
get
would,
him to
apparently
69.
you would have made enough, potentially for a poor lifestyle for a week. So
Oh, wow.
that's like if we had actually done it.
All right, that's fine. It's fine.
So,
It's fine.
should we go for whales first or plant or
Yeah, is-
first?
Are you all?
The whales are weeks, like a couple weeks away, right? Like that's the thing that they're doing some undetermined amount of time in the future that we were told about.
Yeah, I've had to rejig some of my dates a bit. So again, I'm not trying to like screw you. I don't want to screw you guys out of opportunities to do things. So I might have to move some of the dates I tell you just to make sure that everything can be done. When there's an actual time crunch, I'll tell you you'll miss this if you don't do this. But I will try to move things to allow you to do the things you want.
Okay.
I'm just
Shit, I just realized we long rested, so I need to swap out spells. I was
Mhm.
hoping to have more time to
Figure it
think.
out.
Yeah. I want rapid
Mm.
carcinization to be good.
the whale hunting is in roughly 12 days.
Okay.
So we have 12 days to go somewhere and come back if we want to.
Oh, so we're meeting them there.
There.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's 2 days to get to
Oh yeah.
Koliar, which is the closest thing,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
which I think would be our first stop.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
works for me.
We'd
My-
go after the Jasty
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah, I think my main concern is we have no fucking clue where this goblin god leg is.
Maybe some of the extermination folk might have encountered it.
Maybe we can just get some info from them while we're hunting whales.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel
Also
about
have
Spike
the
Grove?
Academy's entire library of realm space maps.
Right.
Hmm.
So
Sure.
we could pore over those. We could also ask. I don't know.
Whiz pop.
Whiz pop. Thank you. I'm so sorry, Wizzy.
Wizzy.
Wizzy. Whiz pop if he knows
Oh shit! I need diamonds
anything. Oh yeah, you do.
in case you assholes die.
Oh, there goes the 1,000.
Yup.
Am I just getting?
We need it.
Yeah.
Just spend 900 on diamonds
900.
for
900.
3 casts.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. I have 100 left.
Yeah, I mean, after the whale hunt, you potentially can make 2,000 gold out of that.
Right.
You're not actually going to be poor for long.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're poor again.
You had a lot of gold for a minute there.
Time to sell my body on the streets. Let's go.
We were rich.
Try
We
that.
could have lived like kings.
Get us
could've just
carousing,
retired.
Steph.
Who gives a shit about Toril?
Yeah, I need to swap out spells. How do you guys feel about spike growth?
I like spike growth, but I'm frontline.
Yeah,
Also, Chauncey can only walk.
Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of it.
Okay.
So that now I can pick up Revivify. I need to pick up Call Lightning, so I need to get rid of another spell.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Entangle's still good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't get bad.
It's control. Yeah.
I think
It's
I'm,
especially good when coupled with Fairy Fire.
yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Summon Beast because
Yeah.
it's not great yet. It gets really good at level 4. So now I can pick up Call Lightning.
Also, where are you gonna get a fishtail inside a gilded acorn worth at least 200 gold pieces?
Oh yeah, I forgot I need that.
Also,
Whoops.
no, literally, where is anyone supposed to get that?
What?
Yeah, I forgot all the summon spells have expensive material components. So, yeah, I cheated when I casted that.
Wait, you cast it?
Yeah, that's when a tiny little 5e came out of my chest.
Oops. It's hard to remember, like, weird
Piece of
components.
It doesn't consume the component, though.
No, it does not.
So it's...
So I bought it and sold it in the meantime. It's fine.
Okay, so you're not going to be able to summon again in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I just unprepped the spell.
Okay.
So,
Ugh.
alright. I'm good on spells now.
I believe that Henry still hasn't resolved his downtime.
It's true.
It's true.
What? Well now. Now then. Then now. Bless you.
Bless
I don't
you.
know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Bless you.
Ow! God, my face just exploded.
You kind of
The
need
other
that.
thing that you do have is you have those 3 books.
Yeah.
Aren't they just like covers?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there
Sorry.
much of anything to do with them?
I mean, take them somewhere and see if anyone has a copy or...
I know Callan seemed particularly interesting in finding out more because one of the names on the front of the books is the same as his mother's name.
Right.
I don't know if you guys knew that.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying out of, sorry. Out of character, I'm just saying there is a justification for you to pay more attention to them if you wish to.
I was planning on it over our 2-day trek to this planet whose name I keep forgetting. Koliar.
Fuck. I don't know. Trying to think of things that would actually be useful.
I would like for you to.
It's back.
Uh,
I mean, it says it's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. The
Yeah,
fuck?
it just completely went rather than like the temporary screen.
It's never any notification. Oh, wait, there's 2 notifications down there.
Mm-hmm.
The hell? Oh,
Drop
God.
frames detected an hour ago,
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Fuck?
and then stream disconnected, attempting to reconnect a few seconds ago.
Twitch, you blow. Blow my
I-
chunks.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
It's not our internet, because Zoom is fine.
Yeah, like that's been happening
Every session.
every
Yeah.
stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that happened last night, or not last night, Thursday night.
Thursday night, yeah. Yeah.
I guess I'd like to look into... I don't know, returning Ponzi to where they belong? Like, I don't know what the fuck.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll look into what I would remember about where the eggs, like, did I know where the eggs were stolen from? Or were we just trying to stop?
You were pursuing a Xerixian star mask through realm space, who you knew were attempting to seed the sun with eggs, because solar dragons like to live inside stars. So they were going to go yeet the clutch into the sun and hope that they hatched, and then they could, tame those solar dragons and then have even more like power in this solar system.
Yeah, I got nothing. I have absolutely no idea what to do other than like go pit fighting. Unless anybody has any other bright ideas.
I think it would be valuable for you to finish your Tinker Tools training.
I would have to find a teacher for.
Is there anybody in the?
I'm
Is
sure
that a
it's-
reasonable in the
I
cartel?
think for sure if you went to Giff Town,
Right, there would be.
Or that,
you
yeah.
could find any number of arms specialists who would be more than happy to,
Sure.
sit down and take you through the motions.
All right. Is there a cost associated with that?
I don't think we have been doing so because you're at school.
Right.
What I would think, because I don't want this stuff to take forever for you to do. Let me just what it is for training. Is that what it's called?
Yep. Training costs 25 gold pieces.
What?
Perhaps something more important. Could I train Quelin in firearms, or would that also be his
Not
downtime?
while I'm researching.
Fuck
I think that's also my downtime.
a whole duck.
Yeah.
Well,
So so the reason I say it's important to do Tinker Tools is because you need a trainer that isn't any of us.
right.
You can train Callan in firearms. You can
Yeah.
train Hideg and Thrycreen. Hideg can train me in Aquin while we're on the ship,
Right.
flying somewhere.
All right.
There is a point not too far away where you are going to have about 32 days of doing nothing but downtime.
Right.
So it'd be great if all of us were in the process of learning something that we can teach one another, like firearms.
What I will do is, because you have a trainer here and it's that speciality, I will say you can spend the extra 25 to do 2 weeks in 1 week. I will let you do.
All right. Well, let's all do that.
Okay.
You
Is
can
it-
complete it now by spending 50 gold, basically.
Yeah.
So worth.
Ramu.
But now-
'Cause
I
I
don't
feel
have
I
69
feel
gold.
bad like being like you have to wait a full 10 weeks. Like
Fine.
because you've all got shit intelligence scores.
I mean,
Excuse me.
I
I
accept you. You're amazing.
What? I have a +2.
I partially feel like
Wait,
I
you have a
made this
+2?
character real dumb.
I have a +2.
So your training only takes 8 work weeks.
It was determined that with weapons we needed the full 10.
Oh, okay.
So it was discussed when we
Right.
first started.
Right, because you typically can't train weapon proficiencies, which is asinine. Right, okay. Alright.
Yeah, but then you get wizards.
I don't remember that conversation, but if you say that's true, it's true.
It happened in the very beginning,
Yeah,
and I
it
remember
was-
this because I was like, "Hey, cool, I can get it in 8 weeks or whatever." I was like, nope.
Yeah, literally everyone who has been training other than me has been working on the same thing since the very beginning of the game.
This is because I knew, like, if you hardballed it, there were, like, potentially 5 weeks worth you could have done in, but it's, you had other things to do. You needed to rest in 5 days here and
Yeah.
do something else in other places. So you just knock it all out.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that's all the downtime.
Mhm.
The one other thing that happens, one of the days when you return to Elmandar's observatory, there is a crisp white card left tucked into the front door, written in very elegant handwriting, that says, "The master has returned to his estate and is happy to accept you for dinner at your convenience."
Do
And the address on the back is the same address in the noble estate.
We should probably care.
We should probably
Like
care.
you don't like it's at your convenience. It's not saying like earliest convenience. It hasn't given you. It's just saying if you want to talk about this ongoing beef, he's here when you want to talk to him.
Maybe.
We should deal with the dragon situation first
Yeah.
because there's a clock on that.
Yeah, that's a little time crunchy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, then we'll have a pig. Which, as we all know, are vital in combat.
For me.
Mounts.
I think Hideg knew that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I knew that.
Henry's just come to this realization. Oh,
This-
they ride them.
This explains so much about so many things.
The importance of pigs.
Mhm.
The importance of being pigness.
Porcine.
Sure.
What's bacon in Hungarian?
Oh my god.
Egg shikir.
No.
No, that's
That's
I
cheers.
know. I was going to try to change it into another word, but I chickened out.
Zalona?
Just press the speaker button.
Hold on.
Salonna,
Why do they sound Italian?
I don't know.
Salonna.
Why is nah?
Well, she slows down.
She slows down so you
Yeah.
can get it.
Yeah. Okay. Keep that in the back burner.
I love paying money to learn things faster.
Shonka.
Sonka.
What's that?
Ham.
I mean, I'm not gonna like. Honestly, you can do that for like but doing 2 weeks in one, I think, is justifiable.
Sure.
You spend your whole week, you're just paying for his time, basically.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's done then. I'm down to 19 gold.
Okay. I have currently in my dates that the death run race is currently set for the 20th of this month, which is in about 18 days.
Okay.
However, that may shift.
Well, that's
given
that's also roughly the deadline for getting the pigs back anyway. So
Mhm.
the deadline for the pigs is 3 days late, 2 days later.
Yeah.
Okay.
so
Let's
let's just
so
get
that's
everything-
kind of where they are right now.
Yeah.
We might need to flex that a little bit because again, you guys are in a rush, but I don't want to completely screw you because you took a 10-day long.
Henry,
You
have one
probably
gold.
don't have an
Thanks.
opportunity for another 10-day long rest between now and then. However,
I mean, we had to we needed info.
yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now I have
Okay.
50 and you have 20, and they're round numbers.
Oh. I still have 21.
21. 21.
Yours is fine.
Okay. Okay. So, to Koliar. Yes? No?
Yes.
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 To Koliar.
Okay. Cool.
Tim, do you need a minute to prep? Should we go to break?
I mean, I don't, but if you want to take another break, we
Mm.
can.
It's just close to that time, and it seems like a decent.
Seems like a decent
Stopping
schedule.
point.
For shifting gears, why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
No problem.
Shopping episode.
Shopping episode.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shopping,
it was
shopping
only
half
part.
episode.
Shopping half episode.
Half
mean,
episode.
A third of this half episode was shopping. The rest was
Shopping.
I'm gonna go to break before y'all hurt
Yeah,
yourself.
thank-
Be back in 10.
Yeah,
Bye.
too late for that.
Hi, welcome.
Ah!
We're playing Dungeons and Dragons
Still.
Again.
forever.
for now.
My butt.
Sorry, that was chaotic.
Sorry.
I was,
What?
I was given an intro time a minute ago, so I was going, hi, welcome. No, no.
I don't know
I
why
have
it
cake.
didn't make a noise,
Yeah.
but we got a Trito for the flute queen.
Oh, what
it
the
just
fuck?
it didn't show up on stream at all.
Would you like to give the baby a very special treat?
I pushed it towards you, so
Oh,
you could
so I could do it? Salmon.
She's like, fuck yeah.
There's bacon!
Yeah, I want bacon.
I want bacon.
Dun, 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 dun.
I
High
think
five.
the one
High five
way
for
in
bacon.
Samus, the one way in which Samus is
Yeah.
not special is that bacon is her favorite.
Excuse me. She's very special.
Okay.
Just like me.
Don't
Okay,
worry.
bye.
Hey, we gotta take
Okay.
money from shadows. One cheer apiece.
Oh,
Hey,
And that's-
Shadow.
Shadow.
That's including
Shadows.
Timberly because
Thanks,
there's only
boo-boo.
4 players.
I'm up to 2 whole cheers now.
I'm back to 3.
I'm back to 1.
Shadow's a real MVP.
You use them if you got them. That's how this works.
Yeah.
Just like my butthole.
What?
Use it if you got it.
So you use it.
Yeah, I use it. I got it.
Kaput.
Well, partially. At least.
So we're going to Koliar?
Oh, they are.
I was just gonna see if I could, because I don't like have flavor text for planets. So I'm just gonna see if there is any. Just
No,
in
that'd be
case.
convenient.
It's just known as a spherical air body. I'll see if there's anything on the old wiki.
Excuse
Just,
me,
you know,
an
to keep-
air body?
It's an air. So like planets are air body. They're air bodies, earth bodies, or water bodies. Like so, earth bodies are regular rock
Right.
planets. Koliar is considered an air body.
So that's like a gas giant type scenario, but not giant.
It isn't. It
Oh.
just appears to be a gas giant from the outside. You probably would know a little bit, as you would have just studied the planets at school.
I would fucking hope so.
So many people believe that it was a giant ocean planet for a long time, and then they found out that actually all it was is that it has a 100-mile thick layer of clouds. It's kind of what it is.
And
Once you get to a certain altitude, however, the planet is made up of floating rocks. So, like Avatar, the Hallelujah Mountains, they're like mesas tied together with vines, they're just hanging like without gravity in the air, but they kind of have a relativity to each other. So they're not going to hit a rock; it'll just go floating off. But they shift and move, but they are floating rocks in the sky. Essentially, is what the entire planet is made of. There's no core. There's no one place you can land. It's continuous Earth. It is mist and fog and floating islands in the sky.
Sounds dangerous.
Okay.
So from the outside, it appears to be a roiling gas giant, but you know different. That it just appears that way. On the inside, there are Earth bodies inside the gas giant.
Okay. You said there's 100-mile thick layer of fog.
Yeah. That's what's on the wiki. We're not going to necessarily go by the wiki. Don't worry about it.
Because I was gonna say, what is our cruising velocity?
Don't worry about it. It's just the first hour's worth of.
100 miles an hour.
You heard it here.
I think it's about 18, isn't it?
But
but also 100 miles of fog is ridiculous.
yeah, it's 62 miles from the surface of Earth to
Yeah.
outer space.
But it isn't. It's maybe the entire diameter of the planet is 100 miles, so it appears as though it is the 100-mile thick gas giant in that sense. But there is a toxic layer, and then once you descend to a certain point, there is habitable air.
Yeah.
It just appears to be a 100-mile thick
Okay.
planet of gas, basically.
Okay.
That's me.
Yeah, over the 2 days, I would have spent some time looking at the covers of those books.
Okay. We kind of covered investigation in terms of what you found.
Right, I'm just looking at them. That's just what I'm doing. I'm not necessarily trying to glean more information. It's just what I'm doing.
Okay, sure, no problem. Yeah, so you have those with you.
I'm still trying to talk to the lady.
Hey, lady.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is she gonna say something again once we go through the poisonous and then out the other end into?
She might.
I can only hope.
I'm going to spend the 2 days trying to create mist, just like a tiny bubble of mist, and then using shape water to part it.
Oh.
Just practicing.
Yeah. Great. Anyone else doing anything on the 2-day journey?
I'm weight training with Chauncey.
As in you're using her as a weight, or you're training her to use weights?
Both.
At the same time.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty
yeah.
weak after that encounter on the boat. So while Chauncey is, learning to lift heavier and heavier things and growing in mass,
You have to cultivate mass.
right.
She
Chauncey's
has
cultivating
tiny
mass.
dumbbells, and you're using her as a bar.
Exactly. Yeah. So Chauncey's getting some good endurance, and I'm more explosive workout.
There's a lot of core strength in being a barbell.
Snake. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
For
push
sure.
it to the limits, planet.
Yeah.
What
Because
was
I'm watching
that?
Scarface.
explosive comment on purpose because you just got a bunch of grenades?
Yeah. No, I haven't taken those off. It's very dangerous in here.
Oh my god, can that please be canon that Henry's watching
Like
Scarface
all the time.
So the first time you launch the grenade launcher, you say hello to my little friend,
all
and
right,
you're like, I heard that from a movie once.
I'll remember.
Was that grenade launcher made by and for Giff?
Can I...
Or was it made for someone a little closer to human size, and it is comically small in Henry's
I was
hands?
thinking that I would spend the second day attaching it to the bottom of my rifle. Yeah. Like an under barrel grenade.
Tim's like,
Tim doesn't know the history of the M203, does he?
please explain. Come on.
There was a grenade launcher developed for Vietnam called the Thumper, and then that same firing mechanism and diameter then became the standard underslung grenade launcher for American.
Yeah, but it was developed in the 1960s.
Yeah.
You're like 400 years.
Let him have this.
I mean, he
We're
can
in
have it.
fucking
I'm just
space.
considering there may be some sort of like detrimental effect to your rifle.
Well, I mean, you have to
the
clean it
weight
more.
is going to be completely off.
You would think, but it doesn't seem to have bothered most service personnel. Not really.
Who were trained in how to use that weapon didn't grab a rocket like a grenade launcher off the side, get duct tape and strap it onto the front of like a
He's
big.
a
You
gift.
underestimate American service members. Here's your
Probably,
fun,
yeah.
Here's your fun gun fact. Here's your super nerdy. I'm basically a 70-year-old white man with a beard that's very unkempt. World War II. Some members of the U.S. Army would file off a certain part of the assembly of their M1 Garand, and it would fire automatic instead of semi-automatic.
Oh God.
Yeah. And a lot of those service members served in World War II and then served in Korea. So a lot of those rifles, those men still had because they never left the army.
Oh.
So there were a lot of automatic, which led to the development of the M14. Yeah, that's gun facts with Moses. I swear I'm a Democrat. I don't
Take my luck, because I love when you go off.
Like, part of my work is for very specific, like, technical manuals about warfare, weaponry, and vehicles and stuff. I'm not massively interested in myself. I like the more narrative elements of history rather than like the very technical military history. But I'm sure we have books on that.
It's super neat shit how it just... Anyway, yeah, I'm done. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Fine. You can strap this thing on the front of your gun at the bottom.
You win. It was worth it.
And listen, that actually benefits you. That means it can't be passed around the group. It's just
Henry's gone.
Yeah. We don't have
This is for you, Tim. This is a gift for you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so generous.
I'm still second guessing my fucking spells.
Alright,
Don't
when
worry
you do
about
that,
it. You can change them every day.
Every long rest.
Yeah, every week.
Yeah.
Every 10 day.
I don't get a chance to second guess my spells. They're just my spells.
I still had bacon up on Google Translate. And then I put in bacon bits, and I really like this name.
We gotta cheer for the sexy genius from J-Books.
Thanks.
He is a sexy genius.
Thanks, Johnny. You know, Major Dick Winters was one of the members of the U.S. Army that filed off the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a fun fact. That he then used it. Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Never really fired it, because you're a major at that point.
What year was the Korean War?
Late 50s, early 60s?
Was it?
I want to say. It could be very...
50 to 53.
Well, I was off by almost a decade.
I feel like history in high school just completely, like, glanced
Yeah,
over the
and
Korean
World War
War.
II, Vietnam.
Yep.
Right.
Vietnam 2,
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Okay. Right. So, 2 days pass.
Mm-hmm.
You arrive at the seemingly gas giant Koliar. It is slightly closer to the sun than Toril was, but it's a bit brighter here. The temperatures don't really much change because that's the way wild space work. As you approach, you were told to look for a spire.
Mm-hmm.
and it takes a little time. I'm going to conclude it in the 2 days journey because I'm not going to screw you. But just kind of shy of where dawn would be on this planet, as the sun is coming around as it's rotating, you see sticking up just above the clouds, a sort of just a shining light. As you approach that, you see that it appears to be on top of just like a slightly flexing like pole, like in the wind, and there's just a light, like just something on the top of it is just lit up. And that seems to potentially be the spire that you're looking for. There's nothing else geographically you can see that would indicate a spire structure. It's the only thing that kind of sticks out to you.
Okay.
Then I guess we go there.
We go there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not nervous.
What precautions are you taking for entering into an hour's worth of toxic cloud cover?
Bubble!
Already?
No, not yet, but like...
I actually was just gonna do it. I figure we wouldn't waste the bubbles now because we've heard that there's an end to this.
Right.
We'll get breathable gas or breathable air.
Also,
Yeah.
if we actually need to leave the safety of the ship, then we can bubble.
Yeah, okay.
So just deal with an hour of being sick to your stomach.
And then if something happens, poison.
Pop the bubble.
Or yeah, bubble.
Yeah.
Jeez, not poison.
You would know that toxic air will begin to immediately suffocate you.
Oh, well then
Oh.
never
Not
mind.
foul, like it's toxic air.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Which means we can't leave till tomorrow.
Yeah. That's...
Also, does Flapjack breathe?
Yes.
No, if flumps breathe?
I don't know if they have unusual nature.
Like,
I think they do breathe. I think.
Do they even have...
Flapjack has his own stat log.
Oh, cute.
He does appear to breathe.
Oh,
well,
shit.
that's a problem.
Does Flapjack, like, gotta go?
Well, here's... Okay. To be shitty about it, we can hold our breath for a number of minutes equal to...
Yeah, but then you have to catch your breath, presumably by having breathed the same amount of air you would have
I
breathed.
don't see that mechanic in the rules. Like I said, to be shitty about it,
We
could
could just...
maximize the air
Yeah.
by repeatedly holding our breath in order to assist Flapjack.
Or just put Flapjack in your air bubble.
Is Flapjack small enough?
Tim, is that gonna be a hard no?
I'm wondering if we need to have retconned having thought about this
Right.
and bought
Buying
another
another-
fucking
Yeah.
air bubble.
So I don't have the money for that.
Right. We would have
But we would
bought one
sacrifice
less
a
thing.
frag grenade or something.
or
How
or probably
big
one
is
of the diamonds.
what
Oh,
size category is Flapjack? Is he tiny?
Small.
Small. How much air does a small creature need? As much as a medium creature, or is it?
There are actually rules for like you will generate your own like small air envelope temporarily and then it dissipates, I believe.
Oh, okay.
The real question I'm getting at is how long can Flapjack survive in the bag of holding?
Oh.
So air envelopes of creatures, your size determines a small or medium has a 5-foot cube, so you each have your own air envelope.
But that air
But
envelope.
you will exhaust your own air envelope within 1 minute.
Okay. But that air envelope would be
Matched with...
it would be
Yeah.
overcome by the larger air envelope of, you know, a fucking planet.
And the...
I mean, the
ship.
ship.
I guess so,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that doesn't really help. But yeah, how long would he survive?
You
It's
could have
was 10
just said
minutes, then you
Flapjack
start
doesn't need to
suffocating
breathe.
it.
What's
Is
that?
right?
10 minutes?
Bag of holding's 10 minutes, isn't it?
10
For
minutes,
a
yeah.
medium creature, yeah.
Well, it says that air envelopes are the same for small and medium, so he would be the same. Because Hideg is small, and he would have 10 minutes too.
Damn.
So what I'm hearing is 5e's piloting.
Sure.
And the rest of us are playing musical chairs with...
With Flapjack in your
and
bubbles.
in the bag of holding
So
as well.
I assume Hideg has the highest con.
At
Plus
18.
4, yeah.
I mean, I've got +3 as well, so that's...
Yeah.
Is this ridiculous, Tim? Or
Yeah, does this feel bad or not?
Honestly, I forgot about Flapjack.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So
I was trying
here's
to
the other
yada
thing.
yada over it.
Does
Would you
Would you
Flapjack
just like me to
already
say that
have
he has
his
an
own?
unusual nature and he doesn't need to bring it? So
I
just
mean-
make it that simple. He spent so long in space, he doesn't need to bring it.
I mean, also the fact that he's been traveling with other. He might already have an air bubble of his own.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that this particular flump has no need to bring it.
okay,
Okay.
cool.
Because I can't be bothered to dick around with it. If it's this
Bless
helmet to this helmet to this helmet, let's
Yeah.
just say he has unusual nature. He has been a pilot long enough. He has developed a system in which he does not need to breathe. At least he can hold his breath for an hour.
Mm.
Like he just doesn't. He doesn't give a shit.
So...
Flapjack is boss.
So Chauncey.
Wait,
Chauncey,
Chauncey?
I'm also going to say
I'm kidding.
has an unusual nature because they're a solar
They're
dragon.
solar
Yeah,
dragons.
solar dragons literally live in space.
Yeah, if they
It
can't
was-
fucking...
It was yoke.
I know.
I have given Chauncey 2 advantages over every other draconic companion. That is radiant damage and now doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah. Radiant damage isn't that much of a bonus here.
Yeah,
most
like
of the time. Let's be.
But it's not by the subclass.
Sure,
It's
yeah.
still technically homebrew.
Yes.
oh,
Thank you, dear.
it was very convenient when Chauncey was immune to the Xerixians' insane amounts of radiant damage.
Tim had to do a lot of homebrew for us, didn't he? Bless you.
Oh, not really.
I'm
My entire
I
race
enjoy
is
it
homebrew.
anyway.
I'm by the
Yeah.
book.
So far.
I'm pretty much by
what
the
you,
time
what
we
you
get.
are is not by the book, though,
Yeah.
Ian.
That mechanically.
Yeah, but like narratively,
Yeah.
like your entire existence is.
Yeah. But mechanically, like, I'm just a Warforged Druid.
I appreciate you.
I
I enjoy
too
it.
appreciate you. But I'm just saying, like... Ooh, we got one of the new ones!
You got one of the new ones.
What's this do?
That's a good question. What's this do?
What?
Does it fire fucking grenades?
I rolled on my Tales from Beyond thing.
Oh. I was like, what
Just
is
so I have
happening?
it.
Where am I looking? What? Ah!
Tale of the Phantom.
No, 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 no.
The target becomes invisible until the end of its next turn or until it hits a creature with an attack. If the target hits a creature with an attack during this invisibility, the creature takes necrotic damage equal to a roll of my Bardic Inspiration die and is frightened is frightened of the target until the end of the frightened creature's next turn.
Dope.
Dope.
No save against the frightened either.
I also just remembered something else that we forgot about.
What's that?
Henry's cigar focus.
Yeah, I figured that was just gonna waste away no matter what.
No, I don't think that's bad. We'll just. I don't want. It's a cool fucking don't thing. I don't want you to have wasted it.
So you're just
So I
sitting on
probably should have-
3d40 your next
Yeah, so
mental
I
check?
probably should have given you the opportunity to have made another check within that encounter, but you fucking doped the perception so well.
Right.
It was 35. I was like, you have it. Like, you don't need to do any more. But you did it in good faith, so I would, like, in good faith, say you still have the 3d4.
All right.
On your next
Thanks.
mental
My
check.
next mental check.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Tim. Very.
Okay.
Maybe in the future, there's a check involved in trying to get 2 weeks of training in 1 week. Maybe.
Sure. Maybe I should have done that this time.
Maybe. But dice have been
Maybe.
rolled.
No, they haven't.
Die has been rolled.
And
Johnny just rolled a d8.
Hideg rolled performance.
He did roll
But that was
performance.
after. The training was after the performance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So,
Mm.
Kellen has rolled dice.
Die.
Okay.
So
Jordan
clouds.
has
Huh?
rolled dice.
Clouds.
Patrick
Yeah,
Swayze.
clouds. So there's a little bobbing light on top of like a flexing pole, and you're going to dip into the clouds with your bubbles on.
Yep.
I mean, no, but yeah.
Well, not you. Okay.
I am
See,
piloting
as
it
you-
this time.
Who's piloting?
I am. So that everyone else can just worry about breathing.
Also, look, rifle. Gotta shoot
As
that.
correctly assumed, when you enter into the gas, the voice says, "Toxic environment detected."
There you are!
Thank you, Karen.
Oh no, we are not calling
Right.
her Karen.
What about Sigourney?
Pam.
Sigourney.
Pam.
Pam?
Ooh.
Pam.
Oh my god, your tip
Whoa!
popped off.
It did. Oh, I see it.
That happens to a lot of people.
Oh my god. Nope, just me.
I have a joke about a leper and a prostitute.
Her name is Pam.
What did the leper say to the prostitute? Keep the tip.
Oh, no.
Can I take away Ian's luck? Like, does Ian still have luck? Can I take it away?
I think I have the power to do that, but
Her name is Pam.
Why is her name Pam?
Because it was the
'Cause the
thing that
project I just
Ian
did.
Okay.
Moses built.
Got it.
Ripley, also good.
Yeah.
Ripley.
I like Pam.
it's good. Yeah,
Does
okay.
PAM stand for something? Are we going to create an acronym?
We can
Ooh,
create
right.
another acronym.
Chat, that's your job.
Yeah,
Figure out what Pam stands for.
yeah. Or Sigourney if you want to be extra
If
credit.
you want
Oh
to be
my
extra,
God.
what's
Yeah.
that stand for?
Pam is fine.
I feel like Weaver might be easier to just have like wild space.
Or anything with-
I
anything with-
actually really like that because of the weave.
Ian, because I will
Yeah.
be stealing that joke.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Giblets. It's a terrible joke.
It's pretty good.
My dad would have enjoyed that one for sure.
My dad wouldn't have admitted it, but he also would have enjoyed it.
My dad's favorite thing to do was just ask you to pull his finger all the time.
Oh my god.
And then he would fart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he'd say deep joy every time.
What?
Deep joy?
Yeah, he'd be like, ooh, deep joy, because he like would proper let it rip. My dad was gross. In a charming way, but he was fucking gross.
Alrighty then.
I apologize on your childhood. On behalf of your childhood.
Oh no, our
Right, he's
pre-roll
dead now.
ads have been re-enabled. I'm gonna ad break to disable them.
No.
No, I don't think I will.
Wow.
No. I don't think I
It's
will.
fine.
Yeah, so we're flying
Back
through
to
the
D&D.
fog.
Yes. So, as you enter the fog bank, you immediately lose visibility. And the only way you can kind of figure out what is up and down is you can see this pole just like, as long as you stay within 5 feet of it and just vertical descent in the ship, you can kind of keep a bearing in the fog cloud. So it does only take an hour rather than the however many hours it might be if you didn't know about the spire, but you successfully bribed Flinch enough for him to tell you the trick to enter the corridor safely.
Okay.
And yeah, the cloud cover breaks, and it's weird in here because it's light. There's sunlight, like it's kind of a nice subtropical sunlight in here. There are still thin wisps of fog and mist, but you see as you enter, there are these floating mesas of rock. Some have grass on them, some are just sheer rock, some have trees. Occasionally there are clusters with vines holding some together. But the spire itself descends straight down on top of one of these mesas. Do you want to keep following it down?
I mean, we're looking for a living tree, and we're trying to collect its bark.
Mm-hmm.
So foliage seems like the place to go.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So find a rock with trees on it.
Okay.
And hope one of them's
you-
alive.
You can pick one that's maybe 500 feet away from where you are and descend down to that. It's this one isn't particularly big. It's maybe only 60, 70 feet wide at the top, where it has enough surface area. And there are a smattering of trees. They are what we would consider, I guess, subtropical, the kind of Southeast Asian style trees, like something you find like Thailand, Cambodia, that kind of style. But there's a collection of trees. There's a small patch of sort of ground greenery. You occasionally will see a bird take flight and insects. There is, some form of ecosystem living in this rock, but that's kind of what you rock here.
If only
Trees on it.
I were level 9 and I could commune with this nature.
I mean, I can speak with the... No, not quite. I mean, I can. Should we? I could try.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Hey, do any of these trees walk around?
I mean...
What are we doing?
Landing,
Yeah.
Okay.
disembarking.
No problem.
Sure.
what was a foul air envelope was cleansed as soon as you kind of drop down. So
Does-
you can
Does
land.
Weaver tell us
As soon as
about
you
that?
land, your gravity envelope, like your gravity plane, disappears for the one that you land on.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's just enough space. You might have to like be on an edge, so your wings are probably out over the air because this is a huge amount of space to land in. But you can land on a tip, and make your way into the trees. You can do that.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Okay. What's the plan now you're here?
I guess is there wildlife?
Yeah,
There are a few. There are a few small birds, like calling birds. You can hear. You can hear the buzz of insects. I wouldn't be surprised if there was, a small snake here and there. There are creatures. There is an ecosystem
Okay,
functioning. Most of it, flight based, given
sure.
the construction of the world, but there is life.
Okay. Should I reach out to the locals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
What are these rocks like? They're floating, but are they floating over anything?
No, the entire planet is just floating rocks. There's no central planetoid with a continuous surface. There's nothing. Just the entire inside of this planet is just floating rocks. There is a central gravitational point, and like you would have a planet, so they are kind of all going. The gravity points downwards towards a central point, but you can't see anything. There's massive land mass underneath. The entire planet is just floating rocks.
And that's why we're playing sci-fantasy and not sci-fi.
Yes.
Yeah, because my head's trying to wrap around the logic of that, and it doesn't work. But
They would
magic.
They don't fall on Pandora. They don't fall in Collier.
Yeah. So I guess I'll go ahead and
Talk to them, there, bees.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go speak with animals,
Okay.
and I'm gonna reach out to one of them birds.
One of them birds.
Ah.
Okay. Sure.
Hello.
Something as a red-headed thrush or something, whatever, slightly more exotic than that, but a red-headed, red cardinals. That's something. A red
Yeah.
cardinal.
Yeah.
Cardinals are red.
One of those kind of alights over and is
Mhm.
it's like pecking a nut against a tree trunk nearby. And you can walk over and talk to it.
Hello, my good man. How are you?
Talking to animals is always fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do the Ian because I can't give it justification. But the bird kind of just looks at you sharply, drops its nut in shock that you're talking to
Yes.
it.
Does everybody else just
Hi.
hear?
It's nuts drop when you talk to it. Okay.
Yeah. I have that effect on birds. I have that effect on birds.
Oh, you whistled. Now Sam's like, yeah, what up? What do
sorry.
you need? Come
Yes.
here.
We're looking for the Yggdrasti. Wait, that's the one.
Come
we
here.
dropped. Yeah, Yggdrasti bark. Do you know? Are you familiar with the tree? Do we have a visual description of the tree?
I
Probably.
don't know that you do.
No.
Hey,
Um,
you got
He
boogers.
kind of goes, a big wood, I don't know.
Are there any special trees around?
Ask it if it's seen a walking tree.
Have you seen a walking tree?
Sorry. Ask it if it's seen a walking tree.
The first time we've used in-character voices all day.
Uh-huh.
No, that's like the third time for me.
I'm trying to remember what I sound like. Every
That was
time.
pretty good.
So what are we asking if it's seen a walking tree?
Yeah.
They're in the down.
The down. How far down is the down? Just down.
I don't go down there.
No? Why?
Hungry things.
Hungry things. Is it bigger birds or wildlife or?
Oh, the big birds are nice. They live over there, and kind of points his beak in a direction. They're nice. I like them.
All right. Do they speak with outsiders? Do you get a lot of outsiders here?
No,
What's your favorite color?
red, and kind of ruffles
Yeah.
his feathers up very proudly.
Us too. And I'll gesture to all of the Spelljammer coats. And...
Is he saying we're birds? Is he saying? I can't. Is he saying we're birds?
I'll just open my chest mouth.
No.
Right in the middle.
All right. Should we inquire with the big birds?
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, I only have about 9 minutes left in this particular spell, so.
You want to play blackjack?
What? Blackjack?
What? No, I didn't say anything.
What?
Is this bird on drugs?
That was Tim just joking.
Yeah. What sort of dangers do you know? Is there anything we should be on the lookout for? Any other creatures that are dangerous or helpful, or perhaps some that interact with outsiders more often?
The scaly ones hunt us and trap us and eat us. I don't like them.
The scaly ones.
Yep. They live on the down.
Are they bipedal in the down?
Yes.
Lovely, thank you. What is your name?
Chirp.
Ah, Chirp. Well, that is. That is just. It's fantastic. Feel a bit like I have Tourette's now. Sorry to anybody that actually has Tourette's and has that as a tech. Oh, nice. She brought it over here, did she?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? And then in common to us again, I don't know if I have any other questions. There's scaly people, static electricity downstairs. Down in the down. There's scaly people to trap, and then there's good birds over there. Big birds. Good big birds.
You were supposed to ask about the trees.
I asked about the trees. They said they live in the down. They're in the down. Moving trees in the... Do moving trees in the down?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But also scaly people in the
There's
downtown.
also scaly people with traps in the down. People, right? Humanoids?
I don't know. 2 feet.
2 feet. 2 feet in the... Yeah. Yeah, you're aware you have 2 feet as well.
Yes.
About to point that out.
Yeah, but like that's the... How is a bird supposed to define genus and species and race?
No
I mean,
wings.
It has 2 feet and it has scales. It's as much as a
Do
bird.
they have wings?
Do they...
Sometimes
Sometimes.
they steal the wings.
They steal wings. They steal wings.
Steal.
No. They steal wings.
Eat wings.
Do they eat...
Ian has revised his understanding of what the
What's
scaly
this?
people are.
Moses doesn't understand. Why do I keep whistling?
It's
Moses doesn't
funny.
understand.
It's funny.
It's pretty fucking funny. If you didn't have luck, I would give you.
Oh, it's fine. This is fun for me. Would you like to see the universe?
Okay.
All right. Just hop on that ship there, and there's plenty of food, and we'll take care of you.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Very nervously, like, alights to a door. I was like looking inside. Thinks better of it and just flutters away.
Jordan wants to point out that when we leave, there's toxic air.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's the canary in the gas cloud.
Yeah.
What do you want?
just thump.
Little do we know he does that repeatedly.
Yeah. He's actually narcoleptic.
He flies up and he falls and he hits his head and then he forgets.
Yeah.
And then he does it again.
Well, goodbye. All right then.
Oh.
No, there's good big birds and there's bad ones with scales that steal wings apparently. They'll sometimes fly.
I don't have any wings for them to steal.
Right, but they may still trap and eat us.
I do.
I don't think I'm very edible. I don't think those count as wings.
I wouldn't
Fuck
challenge
off.
anyone.
They are wings, even if they don't work.
I wouldn't challenge anyone to try it. Should we see the nicer folk first?
I just put my arm in my
Stop it.
chest and start gnawing on it.
Stop it.
I am not edible.
Even
Yeah.
I'm eatable.
They're swallowable. We don't know how big they are.
There is calcium in my chitin.
I feel we're getting off topic. Oh my god. Quelin, any should we? How does everybody feel? Should we go see?
We have to get the bark, and if that's where they say it is, then we have to go down, I guess.
Certainly,
We have to
but
go
I,
down.
I guess I'm wondering if we should try to inquire with the nicer, big birds.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
We need to spend at least a day on this planet so that your air can recover.
Right. Also, I'm fascinated with meeting new people, species, people.
Birds are people too. You can cast that with a spell slot, right?
I believe I can. Yes.
Okay.
So if I do need to do it again, I can.
Yeah.
But let me double check that.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I can.
It's just like added as an extra spell that you can.
I am pretty
Extra spell known.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is true. That is the
Right.
thing.
So that is.
They don't. Yeah, I learn the spell. It doesn't count against the number of it I know, and then I can cast once of each of these. Yep. I also have beast sense.
Yeah. That allows you to see through the beast's eyes.
Yep, and hear what it hears.
It has to be a willing beast?
Yeah.
That's where you talk to it, say, hey, I'm going to steal your consciousness.
Yeah. Do you mind if I
Steal their.
Do you mind if I see through your eyeballs? And your ear. Hear through your eardrums. Samus, can I do that to you?
You know what's really
There we go.
weird? Rules is written. You can put your senses into a beast,
Mm-hmm.
and then have that beast just be like in a corner of the room, and use its senses to make ranged attacks from your own body
Yeah.
with no disadvantage.
Hmm.
There's no issue with you aiming at something from a completely separate vantage point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you still have line of sight from your position to them. Because you can't fire around a corner.
Right.
Sure.
I would like to go to the down.
Not the good birds?
Yeah,
I
alright, the
would,
good
I would
birds.
like to point out that, like, if I went with Beastmaster and Primal Companion, you can do that with your own.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, it's kind of dope.
Go talk to the good birds.
I'm gonna go pee.
Okay. Well, while Ian's peeing,
You don't have to put on the Henry voice
We
to
can-
reference.
fly over. Well, I was going to say 5e, but then I thought better of it, because 5e's not peeing. 5e doesn't pee.
5e doesn't
That
drink.
we know of.
There we go.
You're gonna like open a cupboard in the kitchen. Buckets and buckets of
The
urine.
shining of, like,
Yeah.
liquid obsidian runoff.
I was told that peeing my name in the snow is nice this time of year.
Yeah,
I
so I
spent
guess,
a lot of time in the snow, so you know.
Yeah, yeah.
do we, so well, I guess we'll fly over to wherever the chirp was pointing.
I guess.
Okay, sure.
Wait
I
till
will-
Lord chirp.
Wait for Ian to return.
Yeah.
Chip is fun. I like him now.
Yeah.
I love the like
Except he's
random
dead.
NPCs you have to like come up with
Uh-huh.
on the spot because they always end up being like favorites.
My favorite part of Odyssey, other than the loom, just 3D, printing out,
Yeah,
destinies and shit,
prophecies.
was definitely speaking with animals and waiting for the stupid animal Ian
Yeah.
voice.
It's funny, Druid has never been one of the classes, like, I think Druid is now, Druid and Monk are the only classes I haven't really played in 5e, like, really,
Yeah.
beyond the one-shot.
Wizards and Bard.
Oh yeah, I've never played a Bard.
Yeah, Bards scare me.
Well, Pathfinder's got 22 classes for you to try out.
I was just gonna go through the core rulebook classes first and then
That's
make
fair.
my way.
Yeah.
Start
with those 12? 12.
Yeah.
Alright, we're flying over to the good
Right.
birds.
Okie dokie.
Air bubble you guys got.
What about that?
Is it an item?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
It's called Breathing Bubble.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find it.
Bubble.
Yeah. It's a common
There's
magic
air
item.
bubble, which is a spell, but it's breathing
Yeah.
bubble, which is
Got
because
it.
the breathing bubble is not from Spelljammer. It's from
Wildmount.
from Wildmount Critical Role. It's
Oh.
really
Oh,
dumb.
when I-
'Cause why
when I-
wouldn't you put in an air bubble in the Spelljammer?
Yeah.
When I
When
type
it's-
breathing
because they
bubble,
made a
it says
spell.
no item found.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I
I-
can't find breathing bubble either.
That's because I. You have to enable Critical Role content for your character.
Oh.
Got it.
I apparently did that.
Alright, I got it.
I was just wondering what the wording on it was because, like, my air bubble for my thing is, you can use it again at the next dawn.
Yeah.
So this The bubble contains 1 hour of breathable air. The bubble regains all its expended air daily at dawn, which means that the breathing bubble can be used in increments. Like you can put it on for 10 minutes, take it off. An hour later, put it on for 10 minutes, take it off. And then at dawn, it gets it all back.
Alright, now I can delete the...
But yeah, it is a
custom
dawn
item.
magic item, not a long rest magic item. Very few magic items are long rest.
And like for the consideration of Spelljammer, dawn is a relative thing, so it's just every 24 hours. It's
Right.
It's Toril
I was
dawn.
gonna try and cheese it by flying toward,
But you just arrived at dawn.
Perfect. So then we fly.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we
we
fly
fly-
around the planet in the opposite direction that it's spinning so that we can find another dawn.
No,
After we find the thing that we need.
because you're not in sunlight, but there is sunlight here.
Shut up!
You wait till you get to the other fucking system where there's no sun at all. It'll be great.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Does it orbit a black hole or something? Is there no orbit? I mean, that's fine too.
You'll find out when you get there.
We fly to big birds.
Fly
Big
to
bird
the
island.
big birds.
Good big birds.
Big bird
So you
island.
fly back towards the kind of flexing tower that was summoning you down here, and go a bit further beyond. And you see as a cloud bank kind of breaks. You see a slightly larger one of these mesas with a couple of connecting ones coming off of it, and what looks to be a small settlement. So something very primitive. It's kind of more clay and wood houses than brick and stone or anything, but there is definitely a small village perched on this rock. There's a wide flat area and then kind of a rock that slightly looms over top of it, and then it kind of, the larger rock section kind of descends down to a vague diamond shape with a couple more kind of sticking off the side attached by vines, but there definitely seems to be some form of village, and you can see medium humanoids dotting around day-to-day business in the village.
I'm assuming they're winged humanoids.
If you want to get closer, every person that you can see is an Aarakocra of some sort. Everything.
I was expecting giant eagles. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
To a tiny bird, they are just big birds.
Sure.
Do any of them have imaginary friends? Maybe like one's an elephant.
What's the reference?
Big Bird.
Oh,
Yeah,
see, we didn't really get Sesame Street here. I didn't know he had
I
emotional
I don't know
friends.
why I
Not
never
know
would have
that.
thought of it. There's
Yeah.
normally a Sesame Street for like every country.
Huh.
Like Israel has its own Sesame Street and shit.
We would get the
Fuck
American
Simpson.
one, but it was on Channel 5, and we didn't have Channel 5 in my country until way later than everyone else because of the Isle of Man. We only had 4 channels.
Oh. God, that's weird.
Okay.
It's weird to think about.
And we didn't have cable because
The
it
Isle
was
of
really rare.
Deprived
back
Man. You
then.
I had a
Other
primitive
shows.
man.
The Isle of
Other shows.
Legs. God, that Triskelion is so weird.
Anyway,
We gonna go talk to him?
yeah, I think we should. Quelin, do you want to take the? Quelin, would you like to give how they walk? So perhaps you're better suited to speaking for us.
I am
can-
disconcerting as a person.
Yes.
I can
I'm
try.
a
It's.
bird. I'm a bird.
I mean, by all means, I don't want to.
If you think you have
Do
some
you
kinship,
speak their language?
That's a question.
yeah. Do they speak? Cool.
We don't know.
Do they speak Aran?
Because I can do that.
Well, we can find out.
Wait, you speak Aran?
My point is, I don't think
Yeah,
I can
I'm
take the lead
Aquan and
on
Aran.
Oh,
because-
see, you've been teaching me
yeah.
Aquan. I didn't know
Right.
you also knew Aran.
So
Thank you, Tim.
Dohwar is an amalgamation of the two, so
Right.
for mechanics' sake,
this. Right.
Dohwar knows
It makes
that.
sense, yeah.
That's like if you know Yiddish. You probably know some Hebrew and some German.
Yeah.
And maybe some Russian.
And some Dutch for some reason, but that's just because Dutch is weird.
A little Polish, a little Hungarian.
Dutch is
nothing
just
nothing
drunk
sounds like
English.
Hungarian.
I don't know,
Hungarian's
apparently
fucked.
Italians sound like Hungarian.
I'll go talk to him.
Okay, so we're gonna head towards the village. There is the most of the stone here is the kind of dull grey, with a slight brownish tint to it rock. This island kind of platform has some green patches or a couple of trees here and there, and the rock that kind of juts upwards out of the flat plateau seems to have a lot more trees. There seems to be a large green kind of mass there on top. But in the center of this village, it almost looks like some of the stone has been scraped away, and there's a large, like, square, like a village square, but the square itself is made of incredibly polished black stone. It's kind of the only clear place to land on this entire place. And interestingly, as you go to, like, you get on top of it, you see in the light kind of shifts, you see engraved into the black stone of this village square is the same, I called it an isotoxal lens star. I've also learned it's called a trifoliate, but it is a 3-pointed star beautifully engraved into the center of this like polished black stone square. And as you go to land, like, you see people like looking up in surprise, like little kids are like waving, mothers are kind of pulling them inside, just kind of be safe. If there's anything kind of like hang out like laundry, people are putting it inside and get blown off by you kind of landing. But there's kind of, bustle and excitement, the fact that you have arrived.
Well, I think one of you two should be the first out of the door.
Do we know that Eric Coker actually speak Aaron before I go out there and make a fool of myself?
I'll just walk out and address in common.
So,
Yeah, start with common.
It's-
If they start speaking.
All right, step out. Greetings.
That's a slightly older, kind of bird-headed female Eric Cooper. She has somewhere between a walking stick and a staff, like she's kind of used like a hiking stick, she's kind of using it to walk. She has dull grey robes on with a nice sewn pattern on the bottom. Greetings, welcome to Viridian. It's been so long since we have had Sky people visit us. She's
We
talking
are
common.
Sky people. Sick. What are we here again?
Tree, down.
We're wondering.
I'll listen to character up here, right?
We just had an interesting conversation with the smaller bird, and we're here to. How much do we want to tell them? Like, is it? We would have discussed this. Like, how much?
I mean, we are. I'm gonna check on her.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
hi. You okay?
Just say that we need something to create what's the word? Like a remedy for a disease, and we've
Cure.
learned
antidote.
that we might find one of the ingredients here. A smaller bird told us that it might be in what they refer to as the down.
All right. My name is Issa, and I am the local healer. What is it that you need?
Why does your landing pad look like me?
Oh, this is the symbol of the catacombs. It is a secret place for us.
If it's a secret, why did you just share it?
Sacred. Sorry, I just misspoke.
Got it.
No, that was in character. She said secret. He was like,
I have
she
a
said
small
sacred. You
speech
were
impediment. And she whistles with her beak slightly. It sounds like secret when she meant sacred.
I apologize.
Not at all. It is a pleasure to. Why are you talking like you? It is a pleasure to meet you all. You should meet our leader, Parvo. And she probably pulls out like a she wouldn't do that. She probably like whistles like a loud shrill beak whistle. And kind of above you, actually, like you look up now, and there's kind of like a weird overhang. It looks almost like an armature of vines and plants kind of growing slightly over the square, and there seems to be a lantern that's been hung over that to kind of provide light at nighttime. But just beneath this, and this kind of rocky promontory that grows up out of the square at the end, you see that there's a section of it that looks a lot less settled than the rest of it. And on that whistle, this section of like plant life retracts. And kind of sitting inside in a small space, maybe 15 feet by 15 feet, on a green chitinous throne with a green chitinous crown, is a pure white albino peacock, Aarakocra.
Dope.
And they kind of stand up out of this chair, look down at everyone with curiosity, and then they just kind of like leap from it's only maybe 30, 50 feet up, leap, and then just before they get there, they do one flap and just land very gracefully, like just the white tail feathers out. Welcome, I am Parvo, the leader of Viridian. How may we aid you? And Issa is the owl-headed one. She kind of just does a deferential bow and steps aside to let you address the leader.
I mean, if she bows, then I'll bow too, I guess, just to kind of mimic the...
Henry will give a very soldierly,
Samus, can you bow? Can you bow?
I will give a
Yeah,
very
good job.
late and very confused, just... I don't know why we're doing this.
just respect.
Just do what everyone else does. Except don't repeat them, that's weird.
We're looking for the bark of the Yggdrasil tree.
I'm sorry, that's not important right now. Where did you get your chitin? Did you grow it yourself?
And it's sort of almost without even realizing, because they're trying to hold themselves very weak, but without even realizing they've done it, kind of just self-consciously touches it. This one of the relics of our people for when we arrived on this planet. Every leader of Viridian bears this crown.
Your forebears must have been very intelligent.
It's a story about which we know very little, actually.
That is a shame.
Anyway, so the tree...
The tree is important.
Yeah.
Oh.
I apologize. We've not come to disrupt. We're looking for the walking trees in the down, according to our friend Chirp.
I must apologize. I don't... Could you be any more specific? There are many forms of mobile plant life. Yeah.
Well, that's upsetting.
I'm not familiar with Chirp.
He's a... He?
No.
I never got it. Well, he was red, so yes, he. Generally speaking, in the real world, for following those rules. Yeah. Whatever. It's a lot of cardinals in Maryland. Anyway.
IRL, the colorful birds are the males. Hence peacocks.
Right, but they're blue cardinals too. Anyway,
Parvo has not given any sense of. There's no sense of gender at all.
But they do play blackjack.
Yeah. Chirp was very small.
Chirp does, yeah.
Very small bird.
I raise you 3 seeds.
Anyway, we were informed that the walking trees are in the down, according to our little friend, and that there are scaly people.
Do you have a very big pit somewhere?
Down there?
Maybe it's a pit.
Right.
Yes, but in some of the islands beneath us live the Sorens. They are our sworn enemy.
Oh, well, can we kill them for you?
We do not embrace bloodshed as an aspect of our culture, but if that's what you wish to do, we will not interfere.
I mean, ideally, no. We're not, like you said, we're not here to disrupt. We just need
Speak for yourself.
the bark of the tree.
I'm sorry to interrupt. May I inspect your chitin? I'm something of an expert.
What particular element of the chitin would you wish to inspect?
I would like to discern its provenance.
All right. And delicately takes it off and hands it to you.
All right. And I will treat it with the same delicacy. Even though I know it's chitin, it's perfect. It doesn't need to be treated with kid gloves. Can I discern anything about its provenance?
Sure. Pitch me a check.
I mean, it's got to be nature, like.
Okay, sure.
There's got to be telltale indicators of what kind of creature produced this chitin.
Oh my god, if you find out it's fake somehow.
Sure thing, roll it.
Knowing that you were going to do this, could I guide you in this check?
I would love for you to do that.
Sure, that's fine.
I'm gonna cheer it. Here, let me do the Beyond. Advanced.
You also have guidance.
Yep, I'm adding the guidance. Alright.
Whoa! You know exactly
Get ready,
where it came
baby!
from.
Get ready for law dumps. Even just as it kind of
for those
sits
of
in
you
your hand.
for those of you listening to the audio, the podcast version of this, that was a 28.
Who the fuck are we?
With a nat 20.
Yeah, we don't put the podcasts anywhere. We don't. I haven't published podcasts.
Oh my god, let him lore dump.
Sorry, go ahead.
As soon as you get it in your hands, there is a certain sense of familiarity about this thing. And with that check, you instantly recognize that whatever material this thing is, it's the exact same thing that your ship is.
Hello.
Okay.
And there's a kind of a weird humming to this thing in your hands. And I'm gonna with a nat 20. As you kind of look up and you consider the chitinous chair and the section of wall that retracted, you immediately realize that you're looking into the pilot's cockpit of an identical ship to your own that's buried in the vegetation above this village. You can just see the retracting black smoky glass, and they have a chair that is original to the ship, so not the same as your chair, but you instantly just view. Now you kind of understand the angle it's now rotated forward towards you, and you're just that's yeah. So that's what you kind of get from your nat 20, is you immediately recognize that this crown and the chair and whatever structure this person was sitting in is of a kind of your ship. Scarlet Nova.
I don't know how to I don't know what it looks like for 5e to essentially be doing eyes wide. It's probably a lot of
Are you alright?
Use your words.
and then slow down, calm, smooth movements, hand it back. This is of great import.
We know. And places it back on their head.
Was that you being nice?
I would like to spend time here.
Alright, well perhaps we can do that
We're in a
after
little
we've-
bit of a time crunch.
We can come back, if that's alright.
There's a
with
sick
you,
dragon.
Pervo. Pervo. Pervo?
Pavo?
Bravo.
Parvo.
This is one of my PCs that I've had that I was going to run as an enchanter wizard for TFX. I'm doing as many self-inserts as I can.
I do remember the Eric.
Yep.
Is that still in the campaign?
It's in my character's build, but I don't know if it's in a campaign.
Nah,
somewhere.
you took it out of the campaign. Yeah.
I had tiny wizard robot boys, so I didn't need another.
Do you know these trees, these moving trees, are they common down with the Saurons or?
There are many forms of moving plant. You will have to be more specific.
The Yggdrasil tree. We need the bark of the Yggdrasil tree.
They are very rare. We haven't seen one in some months, but they do exist below. I would have to consult with the other communes.
Could you? That would be awful.
It will take some time. Do you wish to make use of our hospitality?
How much time?
We would love to.
Shush, how much time?
I do not know. We will have to send word. It could take many hours or days. I do.
Oh god, we don't really have days.
Do you happen to remember the last sighting of the Yggdrasil tree?
I would have to consult our book of days, but I could do that.
I do apologize. There was a being of much import that we are trying to save.
There's a sick dragon.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what a dragon is?
It is both sick and ill.
Yes, there is a dragon that makes its lair at the heart of this planet.
Like do you?
There
Are
are,
sick like
alternative,
slang?
there are alternative meanings to both of those words.
What sort of dragon, if you don't mind me asking? Chauncey,
I
like,
believe she is red.
oh, that's not good. All right.
I might have to check that myself.
All right. Well, I don't know, folks.
Sorry, I was too focused on my 70s slang. What about a red dragon?
There's a red dragon at the heart of this planet.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we?
So don't delve too deeply or too greedily.
Yeah.
Seems too late for that if it's already aware of. Anyway, do we want to wait or should we proceed down?
Oh, apparently they are a unique creature called air dragons.
Oh,
Cool.
That's
Dope.
way cooler.
I know there is a red dragon worm that lives in the center of the planet.
I say we go
Worm
ourselves.
as in like the
Great worm.
age. Oh
Yeah.
no.
okay.
I vote we go down ourselves and fuck shit up.
Maybe we have at least until tomorrow, right?
And then we fuck shit up.
Right.
So
perhaps
we could give them a few hours to maybe consult their book of days. Is that what he called it?
Yes.
If that's something they're willing to do for us, and then we can use that information and maybe go from there.
All right. Works for me.
So Parvo very gracefully ascends a rough stone staircase back up this promontory around the back and disappears from view, and then returns maybe 20 minutes later with this. It's a large, ornate book, and you can clearly see that inside there are just entries of things like important events that happen on certain days. It's just how they keep a continuous record of their life. It says, yes, there was an attack of one of our crashes 47 days ago, but we have not seen one since then.
The
But
Yggdrasil
we can
are
send.
hostile.
Oh yes, they are.
Hmm.
Both to us and the Sorens below, they are an angry being.
So you don't have any problems with us going
Um,
after one for their.
Not at all. You would be doing
Okay.
us a great favor.
Just want to make sure we're not angering any of the locals here.
But yes, we can send word to see if anyone has had a recent sighting, but I do not know how long it will take.
If you don't mind sending word, if we can get it back by tomorrow, then that would be helpful. If not, then we can go with the information that we have.
Of course, Issa, and then Issa, who's kind of still standing, she hobbles off, maybe sort of 50 feet off, and there's a slight raise off one edge, like a ridge that kind of sticks out. And you see now on this ridge is a large curled horn, and she goes up and has a word with someone, and then that someone steps up to the horn and just makes the most god awful like bird screeching, like just screeching into this horn, and it just echoes out into the mist and islands. And you
Hideg,
hear.
what did they say?
I don't speak fucking squawk.
You speak Aran.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you Hideg was down there basically like yelling like, "This is Commune Viridian, speaking to Commune name I didn't make up. We have visitors seeking word of an Yggdrasil. Please, continue to share the word and send message back to us here." It's kind of that, like, it's just they're asking for a request of information and to pass it down the line. And it takes a couple of minutes, but you hear faintly off in the distance a reply of message received, forwarding on, and then kind of
This
fades
is
off.
the weirdest game of telephone
Yes.
I've.
The beacons are lit, okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say by the time it reaches the last crash, it's just like, hey, where's the Signasty Re?
So they have sent message out for you, and you are welcome to partake in their hospitality. They can make a house clear for you to rest in. They're happy to provide meals. Even people who are willing to come and, provide massage or, tell stories. There's a real sense of, like, we're excited you're here. Let us show you the best that we have to offer you, which isn't much. They're living a very simple life on top of this thing. But what they have, they're very willing to share.
I don't trust it.
I need to hear again.
I mean, should we just are we just waiting?
You wanted to look at the rock in the center of town, didn't you?
Yeah. Friends, if you could join me aboard our ship, I have a matter of import to share with you.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So, see, once we're away from prying ears, their throne, I believe, is a spelljamming helm.
What? And they don't know it?
I do not know that they know this.
Sure, well, we should tell them.
I believe that it is the spelljamming helm of a ship not unlike our own,
Well, then we should
of the same material.
inquire as to its history.
Can you still see the magical essence coming off of things?
I can.
Would it be beneficial to
I believe
See.
it would be beneficial to do so. So I'll take 10 minutes to ritually cast Assess Super Light. And then once... So I'm like, my eyes just glow a little brighter. And then I'll head back out and ask, may I inspect the throne more closely?
It's not an easy climb, but I think Issa can take you on a tour. Please do not damage or remove anything. The palace is a sacred building for us.
I understand. It appears rather sacred to me as well.
And it's kind of the first time they like stand back and like look at you and like notice the shape of your eyes. And there's a kind of a widening of their eyes, but they hide it fairly well. And there's kind of a gracious little like deferential bow of course. Please.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
So yeah, is there any magic?
So the entire black floor
Mm-hmm.
that you're standing on, low level like abjuration magic. And yeah, you can quite clearly see the crown is magical, the throne is magical. That's probably all that there is. You can see it's magical, other than all of your stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the crown and the throne. I don't have schools of magic for the crown and the throne. I guess general enchantment.
And is there anything different about the chitin that the throne is made of as compared to the crown?
No, if anything, there seems to be a sympathetic link between them. Like they pulse identically. So a lot of things pulse similarly, but these two things pulse identically.
Okay. I'm just going to think really hard and hope that Hideg is listening. By the time we leave, I will either be their god or their conqueror.
We had to do something about 5e.
Sorry, what? Are you alright? I'll just give you a whack on the back.
I fly 10 feet that way.
This is the culmination of some great cosmic plan. I know it.
We have to... Can we go to the... I don't want to... Wait, we should go to the down and get... We should... No.
I cannot leave.
Yes, you can.
You can, and you will.
You do not understand.
You're not conquering anybody, bud.
Yes.
Are you speaking telepathically?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not nice to conquer people.
I am aware of that, but this is why I was created. I can feel
To
it.
conquer people.
For this location, the people are irrelevant.
Why is it your
People
fate to
are
conquer?
irrelevant.
I will just incredulously gesture at the chitinous chair.
I get that it looks the same as you! Samus is like, stop yelling, Mom.
Dying.
I don't know what to do with this.
Wait, the thing is that I can give out as many looks as I like, right?
Yeah,
Okay, then Ian, you get another one, and Moses, you should have got one earlier.
we both already have one.
Yeah, but I'm saying I can give out more, right?
Oh,
You're saying they still don't stack even if I give out.
yeah.
You just hold it.
Just hold on to that. Once we
But I
use-
would
once
have
we-
given you luck.
Just keep that in mind after we use it.
Sure.
I was prepared to luck the nature check. I just didn't need it.
Nope. Well done, that was a good check.
I don't know what to do with you.
What's happening right now? I don't.
I was just waiting patiently.
They seem to be staring pretty.
And gesturing.
Seriously, there's lots of eye movements going on with this one down here. Never with that one up there, but
I'm really close to raging.
Was that allowed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just gesture at the chair. Helm.
Very, very good, 5e. Yes, it is. It is. That's what you said already. Yes.
I have confirmed this.
All right, that's good. Perhaps we should help them rebuild another time.
I cannot risk it disappearing.
I don't think it will, given that it's been here for a long, long time.
You don't understand.
I think I do. You seem to have some attachment to hard organic material.
You clearly do not share my fervor for chitin.
No, I do share my fervor for preserving life, though. Share my own fervor. Some things, chitin is strong, yes, it survives time and erosion.
That
and
is why it is the
everything.
best material.
Yes, so given that it will survive these things, and this other very also chitinous being may not, we should preserve that chitin and then return to this one in a timely manner.
Dragon scales are made of keratin, which, despite the words sounding similar, has nothing to do with chitin.
Yes, I was hoping you were aware of that. Look. Things that expire are more important, and given that this won't expire, we can always return to it. There's a chance of the universe losing something of great importance, and that would be a tragedy.
But if I leave, there is a chance of me losing
It's a
something.
very, very, very slim chance, given how you didn't know it existed up until this very moment.
My knowledge of the events were irrelevant.
No, it seems pretty because if you didn't know, then you wouldn't be obstinately standing here.
There was a
insisting
plan.
that we...
I was created for a purpose.
Yes, what was that purpose?
This.
Also, how old are you?
How can you be sure of that?
How much time do you have? Like,
I don't
This
mean
is
to...
the most exciting thing that has ever happened to me.
All right, well that feels good, given friendship and everything. Look,
is Pavo still around?
Yeah, they're now kind of like just dotting around, like seeming to people need to talk to them like, oh, the Western rocks where we grow this, and like they're just kind of doing their general kind of admin. It's a small village. It's kind of maybe only like 12 or 15 houses on this plateau, and they're mostly made out of wood and fabric and clay. Like they don't even seem very permanent, but they clearly are. They're kind of embedded in. But as they don't have extremes of weather from the looks of things, and they kind of don't have natural predators, they don't concern themselves too much with that security. So they're just kind of dotting around, speaking to people, dealing with that.
I have a question for them if they're. I just want to know: do other settlements have thrones like this?
No, this is unique to our culture. This is where we began.
Okay.
And
So this is where you began. So it's been here for quite a long time.
For as long as our people can remember.
If you don't mind me asking, how long is that?
So Eric Kokra, as written, only lived for like 6 years. So the answer is
it's 30
generations.
years. It's 30 years.
30 years. Generations.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Like their sense of time, like they haven't got a complete continuous. They have no sense of it. The year is 1482. You know what I mean? There's no.
Right.
It has been here for generations, as long as anyone can remember.
Oh, I love that they use Dill Reckoning on a planet.
No, that's what I'm saying. They don't. Like
Oh,
they have no
okay.
concept of time.
Got it.
So they're just saying it's been here for generations.
Got it. Okay.
That's measurement of time they have.
Got it. Okay. I misheard. Go ahead. Up on the couch. Go. Up. She's just staring at the couch. Like, can I? What a dummy.
Do you want to are you going up for this tour, or are you just kind of standing around yelling about it in the school?
Yes, to tour.
Okay. So you're kind of led up around the back of this rock, up into what looks almost like a circular opening in a wall, but you recognize as your cargo hold door. That opens when they approach, and inside is this weird slanted inside of the ship that's almost an identical layout to your own, but somehow they have turned it into fairly nice living space. They're just like a series of hammocks, and they've had to reuse spaces in different ways. But for a flying creature, there is no trouble kind of traversing this space. But there's like a small office, a bed chamber, and then the throne room, which you recognize as your pilot's room. But otherwise, in every way, structurally, is identical to the ship that you arrived here on. It's just that everywhere on your ship, where there are red accents, this ship has green accents. It's green chitin throne, green chitin crown.
Takes an hour to attune to a spelljamming helm, right?
I don't believe it does.
no, I think
No.
that's waived.
I think as long as no one is attuned, you can attune instantly.
Yeah.
It's for transferring. It says instant. But I think for purposes, as long as no one is attuned to it, it is instant. If someone is attuned, then you have to do a helm battle to take control.
I don't like where this is going.
So much for the Prime Directive.
Yeah, fuck that noise. That's not my jam.
You're using this as your palace? Oh, we'll take that now, thank you.
I can't even see the sun from here.
I mean,
There's 100 miles of fog or whatever.
yeah, they're called clouds from down here.
I would like to try to attune to this helm.
Okay. Let me just pull up something. Are you trying to sit? You have to sit in the throne, so that might be a problem. They
I was
will.
hoping I could just touch it.
No, you have to be sitting in it. But is that something you want to do?
Yep.
So Issa, who is like showing you, is like, "Oh, please don't sit in this way."
Doing it.
Okay. I need to find the. Where is it? There's a thing in here somewhere. Okay. Use an action to attune. Why doesn't it tell me? There is like you can like battle for control of a helm.
Oh god.
Need to find the goddamn rules. Spelljammer duels. There we are.
Ooh.
Sorry, did I just hear duels?
Duel. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not how it works. This is for two different helms. So you can attempt to like do that, but nothing happens. Yeah, nothing happens.
That makes sense. Disappointed. I'll stand up disappointed.
Yeah, spelljamming duels is when you put two helms on the same ship.
Oh,
see which one
and
gets
two
the
different
dominant
people are
control.
trying to control the ship.
Yeah.
Got it.
Rather than dueling over one helm.
Got it. Okay. You just cannot attune to a helm someone's attuned
Not
to.
if someone is already attuned to it now.
Okay. Okay. So I have to kill. I broke Tim.
Yeah,
So-
this was fun for me.
I was reviewing my character sheet earlier today because I felt like I kind of got away from the character a little bit, and I happened to notice under personality traits I connect everything that happens to me to a grand cosmic plan.
Nice.
So I decided to lean into that a little.
Yeah, I will either leave here as their god or conqueror really threw me off.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, okay, psycho robot. What are the rest of you doing while 5e tries to take control? of this,
Probably a lot
you
of
know,
this.
civilization.
Yeah, I probably just have like this face, like
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know how to convince you to leave, is the problem.
so. I wonder what showing the leader of this village our ship would do to their worldview.
Is that in character?
Yeah.
I'm going to assume not in front of Issa.
No, not in front of. This is as far away from everyone as I can be.
Okay.
So do they just like not recognize the shape of our ship as being the same as this?
These people wouldn't, no.
Okay.
Like, you can think it's so overgrown, it just looks like
Okay.
a green tangled mass up there.
Okay.
They haven't seen the inside of your ship, but they said
Right.
inside they could be like, oh, holy crap. But, like,
Right.
your spelljamming helm isn't made of chitin, you haven't got a chitin crown, so they haven't seen the inside of the ship. They have no.
I mean, I kind of have a chitin crown.
But you know what I mean? There's no point
Yeah.
of reference for them to
Right.
tie the two
Okay.
immediately together.
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if they know where they've made their home. You know?
Mm.
If they know what it's capable of or
Hmm.
could be capable of.
Yeah, but should we tell them?
It is very possible that it is broken in some capacity. And that their people were stranded here generations ago.
That's fair. That's entirely fair.
But they mentioned seeing other spelljammers. So clearly we're not the only ones who've come and gone.
That is why I have anxiety.
About?
Leaving this
Why?
in someone else's care.
Seems as though no one else has cared or noticed.
Yet.
So tell these nice people to not show it to anybody else should someone land until you come back.
Also, it'll only be a month at most. What do you think is going to happen?
I fear that someone else with less scruples than we will come and slaughter and take it for their own.
But they would have to already have their own ship to get here. Which seems like... This is not a big ship.
There is something special about this ship. I just do not know what yet.
Is there something you're asking us?
I would like that ship.
It's not ours.
He thinks
I've never had this problem
they
before.
they think it is. That's. You think it's yours?
It was made to be mine, or I was made for it to be mine.
Okay.
And
You
it
think
is
it's
not.
yours?
And I don't know how to handle this feeling.
You can't always get what you want.
Perhaps it's something we can explore.
I invented a word for this feeling centuries ago, but I have never felt the sensation.
Is this more
I
important?
believe it is called envy.
Is this more important to you than our current plans?
I fear that this may have universal import, but I do not know, and that scares me.
Aren't there a lot of things you don't know?
Thank you for that.
I don't believe I can draw the same connection. It's a ship, it's similar to ours. That's all.
Our ship thought to be unique and also thought to be from a god. That seems rather important.
Yes, but of
I am
grand
also
importance and
millennia old.
Yes, congratulations. Some things, not all things, live that long. We don't have millennia. You do. So you can wait a month if you've waited so long. We're not killing eggs. We're helping people.
I can see you feel very strongly about this.
Yes. I do. I'm not stealing some culture's throne room. Just want to fix someone who's sick. The gods have done nothing for me, except maybe given me a ship. A second one. One that hopefully won't be blown up.
I too would prefer that.
Right. So given how this one is disguised and safe and secure and surrounded by a civilization that will likely protect it to their death, we can come back.
I put little stock in their capability to defend it.
We have no idea of their capability of defending it.
But I see your point.
Unless one of those large women comes.
I now have two fears.
Well, that's my fault, I'm sorry. We will come back. We agreed? That seems reasonable. I don't disagree that it's clearly of importance, somehow, if only personal.
I don't want him to conquer people.
We're not going to conquer.
He used that word. Now I'm scared.
There's definitely conversation to be had. Because how do you plan on getting this from them without some sort of uprising? And that's something we need to discuss before we come back. Because I too am not comfortable with eradicating an entire village of people just so you can get what you want.
I'm just gonna start visibly counting them.
Oh my god.
Like, not to make a point, I'm just like...
There's probably about 4 dozen,
That's a
5 dozen
bunch.
people in this village.
That's a bunch. Large family units.
Yeah.
Also, all the other unspoken number of crashes.
I mean, I don't need to worry.
Do you want me to challenge them to a fight so you can see how strong they are? And assess their abilities then, because I'm always down for a fight.
Just a friendly duel.
Yeah.
This is now getting out.
He needs reassurance that we can't give him. We're at a standstill.
That's my point. I'm saying we can return and find some
You're
reassurance.
gonna throw the fight, right?
I don't throw fights. I don't know if you know me.
Yes, but they might throw you, and that could end up very poorly for us.
Just because they're bigger than me does not mean they can throw me.
No, but they can fly and you can't. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Can you wait a month?
Less than a month.
No, probably about a month.
Well,
We have bigger fish to fry.
We've
There are
always-
more important things right now. There are
Let's
more
go to the
important
bark and
things
then
to more people. And then
the
you
bark
can
and
do...
then the clown plant and then there's the whales and then we got the race. So you're probably about a month.
And then you can do what you gotta do here.
we'll come back.
I accept these terms begrudgingly.
I appreciate it. If it helps, you'll be able to take out your frustration on some scaly folk, apparently.
Is there anyone that wants to fight?
There are probably some of the burlier, there are a couple of protectors that keep watch.
All right, let's go. My friend thinks you're
If you
weak.
want to do some wrestling, I'm sure there are some likely lads that will happily spend some time.
All right, let's
wrestling
go.
with you.
Let's try to make 5e feel better. Let's go.
You're like...
What?
You're a hero.
Yeah.
You're gonna win.
Eh.
It's not gonna help.
Yeah, they all have 6 hit points.
Right.
Oh god.
You just punch them and they die.
Yeah, you all crawl around for a friendly wrestling match and you end up
You can
snapping necks.
wrestle
you're
for sure. You're not gonna
Yeah, I won't use my
on
weapon.
you're just
Yeah.
dislocating
No
knees
weapons. Weapons are
and
the only
wings.
reason I'm good.
I'm kind of between weapons right now.
Certainly do that. There's
Right.
a group of about four lads who would be the equivalent of late 20s who are but they're in immature late 20s looking to prove themselves as the strongest guys in the village. So they're kind of bros chilling. They're quite happy to
My friend thinks you're
show
weak.
one small bird how the big birds do it.
My friend thinks you're weak. Let's go.
Okay. While away some time wrestling.
Okay.
The
Thank
day
you.
indeed does continue to creep on with no
Damn it.
return response.
That'd be a good time killer.
We probably get towards late afternoon now, and there's still no response. At some point, Parvo will return and apologize that it is taking so long. But again, reiterate you are welcome to stay the night. They will happy to house and feed you, but there's been no response yet.
I think we just have to go.
Can we take a closer look at the black rock that our ship landed on?
Sure. What would you like to do?
Just look at it.
Okay.
Just want to take some time because it's got the same carving as the 5es.
Yeah.
So I'm
So it's really interesting because the rock, the grey brown rock around it is clearly quite old, but you look at the polished black surface. There's not a single dent or scratch in it. It's perfect as the day it was carved, and it definitely seems to have been carved. There is a relief. It's a triangle, and inside the triangle is the trifoliate shape. Simple but well made. That's kind of it. There's not a huge amount to it. They do the corners where the triangles go. There are little troughs that lead from those corners that kind of lead off underneath the rock. Dissipates into the rock, so you can't really see where those go. One of them does point towards the mound where the ship has landed, the green ship. And you can see at the foot of that mound, there does appear to be a stone doorway with steps leading down. There's probably someone's coming around to light torches soon. But again, the line kind of disappears under the grey-brown rock before you see where that would go. But the line heads towards that caved archway.
Can we ask about what goes down there? They said they're catacombs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Issa will confirm that the archway does descend down into the catacombs.
May
Okay.
we see them?
I believe they said they were a sacred space. I'm not sure they're going to want you to go digging around. Like,
Yeah, but I'm like a holy people.
roll persuasion for me.
Oh god, I suck at this. I will cheer this.
I will
'cause
say
it's
actually, you
important to
you
5e.
can roll with advantage
Oh,
because of
okay.
your face. Because if your face holds. Okay.
Fucking crushed it.
Issa agrees. Essentially, as long as she'll accompany you, but she will take you to the catacombs if that's what you wish to do.
I need to know what's going on here.
5e, can I just ask that you don't touch anything while you're down there? Just be respectful.
Very well.
So she takes one of the torches and leads you down. Obviously dark, it's an enclosed rocky space. One of you may need to have another light source towards the back of your group.
Oh, well.
But I can produce flame.
Oh,
That's a cantrip I have now.
God damn it, Mohammed, why? It's true, but why?
Because you said I could.
Only friends can call me losers.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so she leads you down, and as you go down, you see there are alcoves where there are clearly there are small, well, not small because they're quite large by us, but there seem to be almost like twig nests that have then been encased in clay, and in each of those nests is a skeleton, like a collection of bones. And there are alcoves all on the walls where there's a clay nest, and then inside is a collection of bones. And she kind of leads you. It's not a huge amount, but it does descend down. And it comes down to there's an open platform down here, and one of the walls in this open area is the sheer black stone. And built into the sheer black stone is another triangle with the symbol on it. And to the side of that is another small triangular like outcropping about the size of a hand that has a slight recess that has the three-pointed shape in it. But there's a triangular, maybe 15 feet tall, 15 feet wide down here, and this small, 10 to 8 inch like other triangular outcrop immediately next to that. And she explains that this was the site of the ancestors. No one has ever seen the inside of there, but that is the place of the ancestors.
My hand is twitching. I'll just stalk out. Calvin asked me not to touch anything.
I was wondering how you were gonna take that into consideration.
It's fine. We're coming back. I can find out later.
How long are we willing to wait?
And I was gonna say morning.
Morning. Yeah. And then we just start looking ourselves.
Yeah, that's kind of the downside. If you just you have it be an entire planet to kind of scope, there's a need to wait. I would say from a
It's fine. We can
non-DM perspective.
Yeah, we can fly 100 million miles a day.
Not inside a planet, you can't.
Shut up.
There's no planet there. What are you talking about? It's just a collection of rocks.
That's an air envelope and a gravity plane.
A gravity plane does not a planet make.
Also, I think it's a gravity well.
So you guys are gonna leave the catacombs now?
No, I think perhaps we should give 5e chance to...
I assumed that I hadn't gone. I was going to
Okay.
let them. I asked that they didn't touch anything and they were respectful, and I
Okay.
let them go
Okay.
with Issa.
Well, that's fine. Fine if you're down here by yourself. You do whatever you want, bud.
Just leaving. I'm thoroughly cowed for today.
Right. So evening arrives, and there's still no sign. The village is probably going to put on a little display for you, like a little cultural display. On a bonfire, and they do dancing. They like dressing up with even more feathers than obviously they already have naturally. They do a little tribal display, and that's probably derivative and productive. But it's they do a little. They're dancing around the fire, they're singing, and they feast and stuff, and they can just welcome you to the village. And night falls with no sign of hearing back. The only kind of curious thing, 5e, is that as night has dropped, you notice that the trifoliate symbol in the middle of the square is glowing. Green.
I'm gonna touch it.
As you touch it, the line that separated off towards the door, just pulses once as I'm moving in that direction. Nobody else can see this. It's not glowing to them. Just looks exactly the same. But you see that this symbol is glowing.
I feel like I have to do that thing that everyone does in every movie and everyone screams at them and just wander off.
Okay.
Like, please let someone know where you're going. No.
Okay.
Just go.
Okay. You're going to follow the pulse.
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes you go down and you see the line intersects the top of that other triangle, a 15-foot triangle in the catacombs. And it just stops there, and then as soon as you arrive, the pulsing stops.
The whole town's distracted.
Yeah.
I'm good.
What color is 5e's visor normally? It's green,
Blue.
right? Oh, it's blue, and it was green when you passed out.
Yep.
Okay.
That's not disconcerting.
But to our eyes, and I don't want to mitigate that, it definitely looks like a hand pat, next to a door, for sure.
I can't say no. I gotta touch it.
Okay. The interesting thing is you go to do it, your obsidian splits into a 3-shaped hand, automatically approaches, and you just put your hand in, and it glows, and this triangular-shaped door just retracts away. And inside is a space maybe 60, 70 feet deep away from you. Green, the bar lights, the sci-fi lines, LED lights light up around. Yeah. Make an intelligence check for me.
I'm smart. Cheering it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Did you use your luck?
I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it. That's not enough. Do better.
Better!
It's better. It was DC 13.
As the door opened, you heard a bunch of sonic clicks and whooms, just strange voices that a humanoid vocal cords would not be capable of. and then it takes you a couple of seconds, but you recognize that language. You have no idea what was said. You don't know why you know what it is, but you know it's familiar. It's like on that thing where you like it's on the tip of your tongue and you can't remember that word, but you knew in your heart that you recognized that sound.
Mm-hmm. It's not celestial or deep speech, is it?
No. So this room, it is still kind of triangular in shape. There is a central console in the middle of this room, and as you kind of like peek in, you can see lining the walls are like 15-foot tall shelves upon shelves upon shelves that seem to have obsidian vials in them. And as you're kind of like looking in or this room, the lights flicker and shut down, and you're now like back in darkness again.
Fire in my hand.
Sure. So you enter into this dark place. The light's crackling. You can kind of enter, but whatever was lighting this room no longer seems to be.
Yeah, I'll head
You
in.
step in. You hear another series of sounds. Will you make another intelligence check for me?
Cheer it again. It seems important.
Yeah. You know you should remember the sounds, but you just can't grasp it.
I love rolling a 2 and a 3.
Best.
There seem to be 2 rooms that have kind of got doors off to either side of the entrance. They must be small rooms considering the shape of this general place, but there seem to be 2 small rooms, but just otherwise it's just one large and vaguely pyramidal room with a central console.
I do want to take a look at those vials.
Okay. I guess roll investigation for me. Okay.
Can I please roll more than a 10?
If you like pick one of them up, and you can see it's interesting that the vial is pyramidal, like it's a 3-sided vial rather than circular, cylindrical. Definitely made of an obsidian-like material. And now that you look at it and you actually realize this entire fucking thing is obsidian. Like the whole block, even the floor upstairs, was some form of obsidian. There seems to be like on the shelves where you like take a vial from, there's a series of like dots that almost look like labels, and there's like one on every shelf. I don't think you recognize what they say, considering the intelligence checks you've had so far. But there seem to be labeled shells with each of these vials, and then you can kind of look, and it's only translucent, so you can't, because it doesn't seem to be anything inside of it, but it's not quite like clean. Like it looks like maybe something was in there that's maybe dissolved or decomposed, but there's nothing seemingly in there.
Okay. I guess I'll take a look at the console.
Okay.
Very upset at this language I can't remember.
Oh man, if only somebody had comprehend languages.
Yeah, if only.
I mean, Ian, at some point, do you want them to have noticed you're gone? Enjoy.
I think even if I noticed that that they were gone, I would have been like, oh, they just went back onto the ship. Like, there's other places you could be that wouldn't just be watching this display.
Yeah, I'm also just aware I don't, want you guys to feel like, not able to take part if you wish to, or Ian wants to have you there.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay. So the console, again, triangular. There seem to be there's a part that descends from the ceiling. There's a part that's like a regular kind of counter in front of you. There seem to be tiny articulated arms that come down from the ceiling. This is where the sci-fi is really kicking into this campaign. And yeah, there seem to be like what we would recognize as like keyboards, essentially, like pads with the dots on it that would relate to the labels you've seen on the wall. But that's kind of because they're just engraved like obsidian pads in front of the 3 sides of this like triangular console in the middle. But there doesn't seem to be much to it. It's just a flat surface, again with a symbol like engraved in it. And there's part that descends down. There almost seems to be, it's hollow. The upper bit, there's like a hole that goes up, but that's kind of all there is about that console.
Can I tell with keen mind? Can I tell where that goes?
That would be probably directly under the symbol that you saw on the top, the plateau
Okay.
at the top.
Okay. Interesting. I'm just gonna start hitting buttons. Like, not really know what I'm doing, but see if anything happens. Light up.
Nothing lights up, but you hear a repeat of the first set of like sounds that you. I had to roll another intelligence check. I'm crossing my fingers for you.
Yeah, I'll cheer this one too. Maybe eventually I will roll high.
Maybe eventually. Okay. As you like go to do it, you hear in the same cool, genderless but slightly feminine voice of your ship. Power level critical.
Oh, I don't like that.
That sounds like a problem.
Kellen told me what I said while I was unconscious, right?
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah. So not a huge fan of that. And in fact, I think scared enough to just immediately leave and head back.
Okay. You return to the campsite and fight. It does seem to be wrapping up now. We're probably at like 9 in the evening, and the children need to get to bed. And this is not a big enough village that a party could be happening in the town centre and not disturb all the houses around it. So everyone seems to be wrapping up. There are small side parties in houses that they're off, but otherwise it's making a little way for the evening.
So I'll just slip in next to, let's say, Kellen, and just whisper.
And the door automatically closed behind you
Okay.
when you left.
Okay, but it stayed open while I was in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just slip in next to Kellen and whisper, "This place is of great import."
Did you touch something?
It was not in the catacombs.
Fair. We can discuss back on the ship, I guess.
I would like that. And I'll just head back to the ship immediately. Like, I don't need to be here. Nothing.
I will
Nothing
wait.
these bird people do means anything to me.
I think out of respect, I will wait for them to finish and close out their ceremony or whatever it is they're doing, and then follow you onto the ship.
Okay. How am I
All right.
to?
I mean, I will also mention to Henry and Hideg
Yes.
that that's the thing that 5e said.
He said that already.
It seems like this is new information. Like they were more insistent this time.
All right. You know, that's fine. Off to you.
Well, go back onto the ship.
All right.
Okay.
I won't yell this time.
If you spend any short rest resources, you can do as you sleep for the night.
I don't think I have. I don't
Mm-mm.
think I've done anything.
Yeah.
I spent a bardic inspiration.
I
Which I'm going to
thought
spend again
about
when I wake up.
thought about wild shaping at one point.
Well, do you want to explain what you saw? Like, are we doing that conversation now? Is that something that you would?
Yay, construction next door.
Don't change the subject.
Because I would ask you what you meant when we get back onto the ship.
I will explain where I went, what I did, what I saw, and how I got real scared when it said power level critical.
that was the same error message or no?
It was one of the things that they said, yes. Prime directive corrupted, power level critical, hard reset required, according to my notes.
So, like, are you a part of this thing? Or...
I do not know the relation that I have to this place,
Or
but
someone controlling you?
it is increasingly clear to me that there is a relation, that we were created by, for, or of the same thing.
Now that we
Wow,
have...
that is clearly a saw to us, but I'm imagining it comes through as a fart for you guys.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Well,
like, can I
Zoom
make
is
a fart
probably
joke,
cutting it
or-
out, but
Oh,
Stream
It was
might
like
be
a
able to
fly
hear it.
going past the
Oh,
mic.
really?
Oh, you can hear
Yeah.
it. Fuck.
Yeah, it almost sounded like a motorcycle outside.
Oh. Yeah, our neighbor just moved out and the landlord is renovating.
Yeah.
Okay, we can bat. That's the first event. Barely
Mhm.
anything.
Okay.
Now that we have something actionable,
Mhm.
do we want to go investigate more? You said you couldn't read any of the...
That is accurate.
I might be able to help with that.
I would appreciate that.
I'll ritually cast comprehend languages.
So you're going back down to the catacombs.
I guess.
Wait, it was in the catacombs?
Yeah. You were led
Oh.
down.
I-
That's why
Oh,
like
so
you
you
was
were
just
touching
lying to
things in the
Karen.
Oh, I thought you
catacombs.
just considered
Yeah.
that area a separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause,
That-
like,
yeah, that's
it
what I
wasn't
thought, too.
technically the catacombs.
Yeah,
It was this different,
like a
delineation.
chamber off
Yeah.
of the catacomb.
Like you loopholed. Yeah.
Right.
Got it.
But yeah,
I
you had
must
to
have
descend down
missed
to that wall where the door was. Like that was where you were.
Got it. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. I thought there was just another
No.
area on the same place.
It was just that
Okay.
the line pulsed towards where the catacombs were, so you went down. When you got down, like it's only a one-way path, and the catacombs
Right.
circles down. When you reached that room, the pulse you could see was coming down that wall and hitting the door, so it was the same one
Got it.
you've been to before. Is that what
Okay.
you're going to do? You're going to return?
Guess.
Yeah.
All right. Again, like you hand padding,
Mm-hmm.
Ivy. Okay. So the door opens.
Do I
You
already
hear-
have three-fingered hands? Like, I'm trying to...
I don't
look
know
at the
what you
art.
have. Like,
No, you use 4.
Do I?
but it's almost like the chitin, kind of, like your arm extends out
Yeah.
and like just creates a three-padded like hand.
Okay.
Oh, you're Jewish. This is
Um,
Hebrew. This is Jewish.
Wait, seriously?
Is it
So-
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
There we go.
We'll take
And the
that
door
as
opens
usual.
again, and 5e comprehend language is sound as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The literal
Maybe
meaning
you
of any
hear-
spoken language.
Power level critical. Kellen, you hear power level critical when the door opens. There's no lights. They stayed off.
Pretty flame.
Okay.
Which is less bright than a torch. I guess it's a tiny little fire in my hand. Like, it's not like a whole... Anyway.
And you guys see
It's a
this in
goddamn
the scribe, the smooth black obsidian, like this geometric lines in the walls. Everything is very trisymmetrical, triangular, pyramidal. Everywhere, the central console, shelves and shelves and shelves of these obsidian vials of the wall.
And they had said that the vials had like labels.
Mm-hmm.
The shelves under the vials, right?
The vials are in like racks, and the
Mhm.
racks like have the
Yeah,
labels
okay.
on them.
What did those say?
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're stepping in. When you step in this time,
Uh-oh.
5e and Callan, you hear, "Welcome, Guardian."
If no, okay.
He's the guardian of the.
And then if you like, look at the shelves, you can see that there's like, I'm no biologist, but it's like the top of a shelf will say mammal, and then each of the shelves will list various species, and like in their scientific names, like creatures that we may recognize, like horse, whale, but even other things as well. that are not necessarily like just beasts, but like creature lists. Like if you look at another shelf, like further in, there's one that says plants, and then like it has species of plants on those shelves.
This is just a goddamn
Repository?
yeah.
The universe?
Interesting.
What are you again?
I do not know.
Crab people.
I believe this may have been a blueprint.
For the universe.
Yes.
The other thing is, as you kind of look back at the door behind you above it, now that you can read it 5e Quelin, it says Outpost R341-M.
R34 what?
R341-M. Which to us looks like the word realm.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure do.
So we've got files of.
Did it call you Guardian?
I'm not sure
Henry
if it
wouldn't
was
know
talking
that.
to me or Callie.
Henry wouldn't know that.
Huh?
Henry wouldn't know that.
Oh, sorry. I thought.
Because you don't speak the language, so you just
Oh.
would have heard a series of like sonic booms and clicks,
Sorry.
like
It's like
vibrate
the dial-up sound.
Got it.
Not quite as bad as that.
Ones and zeros.
Okay, what is the keyboard like?
Ooh.
It's just like
Yeah.
the literal.
It's like to us we would recognize it as a little key, like alphabet numbers, like like not identical to our like QWERTY
Right.
keyboards, but it generally speaking, yes, it seems to be some sort of input
Azerty.
device that has
Dvorak.
stuff on it.
Yeah.
Interestingly, actually, the keyboard itself would be triangular, and the keypad would be broken into the three corners of the triangle, and then there's like a mouse ball in the center.
Okay.
Okay.
And like just hitting random shit that just is it gonna say power level critical again?
Yeah.
Is there anywhere to go from this room that isn't back out?
Yep, there are two doors. Kind of as you came in, there's like U-turns. There are two small, there are doors, triangular doors, to either side as you kind of enter the room.
Do we want to try and find the power source?
Yes. I'm scared.
What powers you?
Pick left or right.
I have no idea. I think I know, actually.
So what powers you?
I believe I'm powered by the sun.
So this needs to see sunlight.
I believe so. There is no sunlight on this planet.
That's not entirely true.
That is not entirely true. Click, click.
You should pull a light switch.
I was more thinking of like I like
Wreck the fucking-
almost, yeah. There's an imaginary racking and
Yeah.
Really difficult with a grenade launcher on it now.
No, it just opens the tube and closes the tube.
No, he's got it in triangle formation, like everything else in here.
Yeah. I was more thinking I click it gently on the ground and it lights. But anyway, I'm gonna have to draw out this gun.
You are.
Yeah.
Well, 5
you're,
feet left.
you're casting
There's
daylight.
I'm casting light, which is
Light,
sunlight.
which is sunlight. God, OP.
Where should I?
Only in like the very minorest of circumstances.
Shut up.
Where should I point this?
I have no idea. I will gesture at a door. Do they have the same kind of hand pad?
No. They actually seem to have handles.
Oh, well, then I will grab a handle and just get ready to breach. Like I'm the door guy. You've got your gun ready.
Are you going left or right?
Left.
Okay. So it takes a good pull. It's obviously not been opened in a while. It's a small room, maybe only 10 feet by 10 feet. There is another console in here, much smaller than the other one. And this one is circular. And you can see that on this console are 2 obsidian discs that are just resting, and they have arcane runes kind of carved into them. That's kind of all there is in this room.
I don't have detect magic up right now. I guess I could just ritually cast it.
Yeah, you're not in any particular time pressure.
Yeah. Maybe
Except for my my spell, which only lasts an hour. So I have to ritually cast it again.
Yeah. Wait, is that non-con?
Yeah.
So you could be ritually casting it while the spell's still up. Just refresh it.
And if you're taking the time to ritually cast detect magic, then I will take the time to recast comprehend languages.
Do we want to check the other door in the meantime?
Sure.
It opens again. Not a very big room, maybe only 10 feet. Again, 10 by 10. The back wall seems to have 2 bunk beds, fairly large, like the full 10 feet of the wall. Like just obsidian slabs that could be used as bunk beds, and there seems to be some form of like locker or cabinet next to the beds.
I'll open those.
Okay. Does appear to be locked.
Oh. I have proficiency in thieves' tools.
Okay.
But I'll try that.
Sure.
It seems like a stretch given the. I never added a skill for thieves' tools because I suck. Suck.
Add it now.
Suck. I am adding it, but I'm also vamping. This is how I vamp.
I'm most confused by the idea that whatever was stationed here needed to sleep.
Well, they're not like comfy beds, right? They're just slabs of obsidian.
Yeah, but I don't even need that.
But that may just be that you go horizontal, like. I
guess.
Maybe you're just more advanced than they were.
Right. Okay. Wow, I didn't spell thieves' tools right, but I'm just rolling this. I'm gonna roll with advantage.
I need to know how you
Okay.
spell it. Oh no.
Ooh, I'm gonna luck that actually. I'm gonna just gonna do that one more time.
That's better.
That's
much
way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
That's twice as better.
We're gonna take that 19 instead.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna fix
The
thieves.
spelling.
THEEV''S.
It's thieves tools.
A guy named
Who is
Thief.
this
Yeah. Thief.
My name is Thief.
Look, I'm making a character named Thief now, and you guys can't stop me.
My name is Thief.
Definitely a barbarian.
Thief.
So the door opens. Inside, there seems to be a strange angular short sword made of metal and obsidian. A very modern looking pistol, sci-fi standards. A potion of healing. A ration pack. And a battery pack.
Oh, convenient.
I will.
It's up to you, just a like glowing green canister.
Mm.
It's about the size of a magazine that goes into a gun.
Huh.
Well, take all of it.
I will take those things and bring them out very gingerly to the main room.
You notice as you look at them that the construction is very curious. Just like the grip on the gun and the grip on the sword, really uncomfortable in your hand.
Huh.
Like it's just not made for your physiology. It's usable, but it just feels uncomfortable. You know, like we have hand grips and there's like finger grooves in them. And
Yeah.
This just clearly isn't made for physiology.
If I do like the 3-finger, does that?
Feels pretty good.
Even the gun.
Huh.
Like anyone, like there's no saying that only you can use. It
Right.
just feels weird when you hold them.
Can I?
They're usable for anyone.
Oh, sorry.
Feels weird.
You said the battery pack looks like it fits into the gun.
Yeah,
Can I try
there's
to?
a hollow in the
Yeah.
handle.
Yeah. Can I try to load it? I guess.
Sure. Clicks into place.
Okay.
A little like green dot appears at the end of the gun to let you know that it's active.
Okay. There's no like number of charges. Number.
On the
Sure.
face that
There's no
looks
LED
at you.
readout. Yeah.
5e and Callan recognize a series of dots. I'm going to say it indicates it's 20.
Okay.
You get 20 laser shots.
Yeah.
It
I start looking for a safety.
There is no safety.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Can I take the battery pack out?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna look for a slot somewhere in any of these 3 rooms that battery would fit into.
Okay. I guess roll investigation.
Alrighty. I'm good at that. Except when I'm not.
You're too awed, I'm afraid, by the general awesomeness of this place. Too.
I'm also busy
Every
casting.
time you like looking, you're like just something else is like, oh, it's really neat. Oh, it's really neat.
Are there like actual rations in the ration pack?
There's something in there.
Oh no. Oh my god.
They're like they're just like plain beige, like biscuit, like wafery things. They smell good. What kind of sweet?
Power bars.
Lembas bread.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm confused now. If this thing hasn't been opened in
Yeah. That's
generations.
my yeah. I'm like, any actual food would have turned to dust unless it's magical food. It might be magical food.
Preservatives.
I'm gonna finish
Yeah,
casting
you should finish
detect
casting
magic.
Detect magic.
Or you could just eat one.
Please don't. I don't know what it's gonna do to you. I'll finish
Finish
casting.
casting detect magic.
Yeah.
So let's say for argument's sake, because I don't want to think about it, the bread is slightly magical, slightly abjuration-y or transmutation-y. Don't make me think about it.
It's got preservatives in it.
Yeah, magical preservatives. The gun, the sword, the healing potion, all magical.
Which sword? Oh no, the
Yeah,
The
there's
sword that
an
was
mind.
the angular sword that was in the cabinet.
yeah. No. that's-
I haven't yet put in the homebrew for what that is, but it's a psi-powered blade, very similar to the ones they were using in the academy. Similar use, different design. The other room that had the smaller console in, you can just see the like the rings, the 2 like obsidian rings that are resting. You can just see the embers of magic glowing away, like fading. Like they were imbued and they no longer are. But other than that, it doesn't appear to be like there's no active magic going on around here right now. Everything kind of has a slight, like, because all the walls are kind of slightly abjuration-y, but there's nothing like so glaring like, yeah, I'm the thing, I'm magic touch.
I'm intrigued by the console and the discs in the first room.
In the side room.
Yeah, can I recognize any of the arcane sigils at all? Is there...
Roll Arcana for me.
Twerv.
I think just there's a general kind of mix of different schools of magic, but you can't necessarily discern uses or anything specific about it. There's a mixture. There's probably enchantment, transmutation, abjuration. Yeah, probably a mixture of those three.
And is there any writing at all? That same weird writing in this room?
There probably is a small like sign on the higher console that just says Arcane Core.
Steph's over here muting because the noises next door are getting loud.
Yeah, they're getting loud.
Yeah.
It's still not bad on our end.
No, not really.
So for you, Zoom
I have a
cuts
feeling
things
Stream
out, but
is-
Stream doesn't have that
Stream
benefit.
doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do here. There's no hole for the battery.
And I attempt to cast just like a cantrip at the discs.
Okay.
So I cast Prestidigitation from 10 feet away.
Okay. You do that. It seems to absorb the magic. The discs rise and just begin spinning around each other. Faintly, kind of slowly, just kind of spinning. After about a minute, they slowly drop again.
Do we have to dump magic into this thing?
What happens if I shine sunlight on it?
And what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. The light at the end of your gun is yanked away from the gun. Like a ball of light is just yanked away. And it sits in the middle, the rings raise and sit, and they begin to spin. It lasts for about 2 minutes and then falls.
That was too
It likes the sunlight, but it's still just a cantrip. And like as you do that, like the lights do come up. Like in the minute the thing is powered, the lights go up, and then they drop as soon as the power stops.
More power!
I mean, we could try to just dump
Daylight?
what daylight.
Oh, you don't have daylight?
No.
Oh, I thought you had daylight.
No.
Oh yeah.
Sunlight. I can only do sunlight from light.
Okay.
I could keep doing that if there's something you guys wanted to try really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cantrip, so...
Sure.
Yeah,
6 seconds.
If we continuously pump just like cantrip level magic while the discs are still rotating, do they seem to last?
After the third continuous pumping of a cantrip, can you make a con save for me?
Sure.
So as soon as they would have started that, I would have gone back to the triangular console and with an understanding of like what it is.
Sure.
I want to do something with it while we have power.
Yeah, you're fine. You can keep doing it for now. Okay, so 5e, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna type my own name into it.
Okay.
Making Tim think.
I
right?
think that when you like just like begin like even tapping a key, like hollow panels just appear, like lights of panel appear in front of the 3 sections of this central console. Bunch of words that you and Helen would understand, but no one else would, because it's all in this like dotted language. equates to terraforming platform R341-M, like, and then power level, like, near critical.
Right.
Like it has like 2% battery in a corner, and it keeps dropping to 1 and going up to 2 and dropping to 1 and up to 2. Doesn't like it.
I mean, is there like a quick search I can do? Like something.
What are
in
you
this-
trying to achieve? Let's just instead of me going
I'm
like
trying to get info out of this thing. Just something, because I can tell that it's not gonna stay for long.
okay. I guess just roll investigation for me.
Already burned all my cheers. Can't roll for shit aside from that 28 I got earlier.
Ask me a question, and I will try and answer it for you.
Who is 5e1-u/v3?
So I think let's go for text. Text says designation guardian, wild space, realm space, status unknown.
List guardians.
I think it would say it would probably access denied.
Guardians can't look at other guardians?
It's like that superhero lookup in The Incredibles.
Prime directive.
Purpose. What does guardian mean?
Roll investigation check.
Oh god. Fuck!
I think it gives you like the dictionary definition, like guardian, protector, or like literally just a dictionary definition of what the word guardian is.
Designation 5e1-u/v2. Hey, thanks for the cheers.
Thanks, Shadows.
Yeah, maybe I can roll good.
Okay, yeah, it just kind of like it takes that like information and it's just still sitting and waiting for an input to action it. Like what put in your name, but like are you asking it to do something?
Thanks. I specified /v2.
Oh,
The
V2.
one
Sorry,
before
my
me.
apologies. V2. I don't know which version is V2.
It's my evil
Okay.
twin.
It has a little paste on beard.
Right.
No. Trying to think what it would say. I think it would say active minus 50,000 to minus 1,300. Corruption minimal.
I'm sorry, HWAT? What?
Is there a year? Is there a calendar designation of any sort?
This is why I'm kind of doing it minus 50,000 because it's difficult to give a calendar designation for an alien species with no concept of Dale reckoning. So it's minus 50,000. We can say because it says Y, it's in years, to minus 1,300 years.
So presumably, okay. So
That's
that's
from this point, I
from
assume.
now. Corruption minimum. What the?
I am aware that we're going slightly over
Yeah.
time here, but I don't know how much you want to keep digging. I think it's a good time to dig rather than cut and try and dig more, so just be aware that we are.
I don't know what to dig for.
Define corruption.
Prime directive.
Designation. It just said Scarlet on our ship, right?
Yep.
Designation Scarlet.
Yeah, roll investigation.
Come on, buddy.
I'm cheering it.
Okay.
We like 20s, thanks, Shadows.
Comes back with emergency seed ship.
Siege?
Seed. SEED.
Seed ship.
Status unknown. And there's more, but it's redacted.
Got it.
You're just seeing top level files,
Yeah.
basically.
There's obviously so much depth here. I really need to pee, and we are we're over time, and we have another
We can
game
call
later.
it for then.
Yeah.
I had hoped you were going to get here about 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But you guys don't touch it, don't go. And I was like, okay. Well, just keep on trucking on.
So I just realized I've been putting these in last week's notes. Whoops. Okay. Yeah. So we've got a lot to learn next week. Thanks for being here. If you're watching on Twitch, check us out on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm gonna have to actually work to get this one on YouTube because the stream actually fully cut, so I have to download both video files and edit them together, and it's annoying. But also check us out on Twitch. We're live every Saturday with Spelljammer at 10 a.m. EST, and we're live on every Sunday at noon EST with Fall of Kings, which is our Call of Cthulhu Dark Ages homebrew campaign. And we're live every Thursday at 7 p.m. EST with Dark Souls RPG. Also, if you're watching us on Twitch right now, come back in 2 hours. We're gonna be playing Pathfinder. It's a one shot. It's the second part.
Aaron's DMing.
Aaron's DMing. And then don't ask me who's playing. It's me and
Jordan,
and
Amber.
Ginger, and Amber, and Bayless.
Yeah.
I got
There you
it. Thanks. Plugs. Instagram, Discord. Do the things.
Roll Positive Gaming is
Roll
on.
Positive Gaming. That's ROLE, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Starting the raid. Okay. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.
See you in 2 hours.
I gotta wait for the raid to count down.
See you in 2
Ending on a
hours.
somber
Launchers
end.
and fucking
Some-
plasma guns.
Yeah.
See you in 2
We're gonna
hours.
ask a lot of questions next time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.